All right. I guess maybe I better take out the other headset because this ain't gonna work for me.
Please be advised that the use of laser pointers and air horns are not allowed during a RoughRiders game. Anyone caught using a laser pointer or air horn will be ejected. Fans, please remember that all alcoholic beverages must remain inside the building. Consumption of alcoholic beverages is not allowed outside the facility. ID wristbands are required for the purchase and consumption of alcoholic beverages. Smoking is not allowed inside the arena. Fans wishing to smoke must do so at their designated locations. Signage within the arena will direct fans to a specific smoking area. When returning to your seats, please remember to remain on the concourse and wait till a stoppage of play.
All right, that's better. That one's got both split. That one's got one going in and out too, but at least it's on most of the time. All right.
We've been on a lot of buses, we've seen a lot of movies, we've eaten a lot of pizza, and we are ready to finally play at home here and play in front of our home fans. We can't wait. We want to get out there and show the people in Cedar Rapids what this game is all about, and that they've got a good, hard-working team here playing for them.
It's a new life, it's a new mind, and I will never time is now. I can't contain myself, I've never felt so alive. The time is now. I'm past the breaking point, I set my soul on fire. The time is now.
Fans, please direct your attention to the penalty box and welcome tonight's Culver's Kid captain, Max Yock. Max won tickets to tonight's game. If you'd like to sign your child up, just visit any Culver's restaurant in Cedar Rapids, Marion, or Hiawatha. You must be 12 years or younger to win. And now it's time for the Reader of the Game, sponsored by Hills Bank. Hills Bank believes in helping kids develop their literacy, whether they're reading books or learning financial literacy at the bank. Tonight's little reader is Lyndon Miller. Congratulations, Lyndon, and keep on reading. Fans, welcome to I'm on Ice Arena for tonight's matchup in the United States Hockey League between the visiting Lincoln Stars and your Cedar Rapids RoughRiders. First, the starting lineups for Lincoln. At defense, number 4, Nathaniel Poole. At defense, number 37, Griffin Brown. At 4, number 14, John Hirschfeld. At 4, number 16, Evan Malhassian. At 4, number 17, Will Fortan.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to I'm on Ice Arena for tonight's United States Hockey League action. As your Cedar Rapids RoughRiders entertain the Lincoln Stars in the second of a two-game weekend set here at the stable in Cedar Rapids. Good evening, everyone. I'm Brad Oyston. Last night, the RoughRiders won a tough one as they beat the Lincoln Stars by a score of 3-2 for their third win of the season. The RoughRiders 3-0-1. The only blemish on the record, a shootout loss in the Fall Classic to Youngstown. Lincoln comes into this one 0-4 on the year, and after watching them play last night, I'm scratching my head wondering how. Don't make any mistakes. This is a good hockey team. I'm surprised that they have not won yet. And I hope they have a great and successful season starting next week. Don't want them to win tonight if we're here in Cedar Rapids. Last night, of course, Mark Carlson set a record as the winningest coach in the United States Hockey League history, winning his 779th game as the head coach of the Cedar Rapids RoughRiders. All of those wins coming here in Cedar Rapids. There will be a short ceremony honoring him before the game. And of course, when we talk with Mark before the game tonight, you want one guess where we started?
Mark, allow me to be the latest in what I suspect has been a long line of people. Congratulations on becoming the winningest coach in the USHL.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Brad. It was good win for the guys. And, as I've said all along, been fortunate to have a lot of really good players here and great people to work with and that type of thing. And, for me, just try to, help out a little bit and provide a little direction here. But there's an awful lot of people that, that deserve credit for sure.
You heard from any of the former players?
Yeah, lots of them, which is pretty nice. So that's, that's a real cool thing.
All right. Well, we still got a little business to take care of tonight. That's the Lincoln Stars. Last night, pretty good game, typical USHL game. Everybody going up and down the ice.
Yeah, it was a battle. Definitely, lots of stuff that we got to improve on here. So we're looking forward to getting out and getting the game started and getting those things accomplished.
A little bit I was going to ask, what kind of things we look for differently tonight from last night's game?
Just the little things, just a number of little things that we got to, kind of get back to doing. It's early season, so you kind of work on some things, and then, you have to maybe send some little reminders and get back to doing them again. So that's all part of the season and the things that we can do well, so we're looking forward to it.
Head coach Mark Carlson, and a conversation we had about an hour or so ago here at the stable as we get ready for tonight's action. Teams coming out on the ice right now. So let's get your starters for both sides. Visiting Lincoln Stars under head coach Rocky Russo. They will go like this. Starting at center will be Evan Malkasian. On the left-hand side, John Hirschfield. On the right-hand side, Will Corton. Starting on the points for Lincoln tonight, Griffin Brown and Nathaniel Poole. And getting the calling goal tonight will be Jack Solomon. On the year, he is 0-2 with a 5.0 goals against average coming into tonight's game. For the Cedar Rapids RoughRiders, under head coach Mark Carlson, they will go like this to get us started tonight. Starting at center will be Jackson Fox. Starting on the left-hand side, Justin Graff had the game winner last night. And on the right-hand side, Braden Scuderi. On defense will be Hawk Huff and Thomas Cornelli. And starting in goal tonight for the RoughRiders will be Ryan Cameron. On the year, he is 3-0-1 with a goals against average of 1.96. So there are your starters for tonight's contest. A busy night in the United States Hockey League. 8 games on tap in the league. We are one of the last 2 to get started in tonight's action. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the rest of the league right now. Just underway in the 3rd period in Muskegon, Michigan. The Lumberjacks lead the Youngstown Phantoms by a score of 3-2. 1 period in the books at the Denny Sanford Premier Center in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. And the Tri-City Storm lead the Sioux Falls Stampede by a score of 1-0. Just underway in the 2nd period at Shields Arena in Fargo. The Fargo Force and the Sioux City Musketeers are tied at 1 apiece. 1 period in the books at the Mid-America Energy Recplex in West Des Moines. And the Des Moines Buccaneers hosting the Chicago Steel. The Steel are in front by a score of 2-0. At the Resch Center in Green Bay, the Gamblers are hosting the U.S. national team. The under-17 squad, they are scoreless about 2.5 minutes into the contest in Green Bay. 5 minutes to go in period number 1 at Young Arena in Waterloo. The Blackhawks lead the Madison Capitals by a score of 1-0. Getting underway momentarily in Dubuque, the Fighting Saints hosting the Omaha Lancers. And, of course, getting underway shortly here, the RoughRiders and the Lincoln Stars. RoughRiders won the game last night by a score of 3-2. And I asked Mark about it in the pregame. And, you know, it was an interesting game last night. It was hard hitting. Both sides, I thought, played pretty good defense. And the more I think about it, the more I think that probably contributed to the things being just a hair off as I was trying to describe it last night. But we'll see what happens as they have at it again tonight here in just a couple of minutes. Right now, let us head down to the ice for the remainder of our pregame ceremonies.
Fans, please welcome tonight's Corda Heart of the Community Award recipient, Mary Miller. Mary has been the heart behind the wheel for the Riders Club of America for more than 13 years. Driving more than 100,000 miles as a volunteer, Mary ensures seniors and adults without transportation in the Cedar Rapids area can get to appointments, errands, and community events safely. Known and loved by the 250 families Riders Club serves, She's frequently requested as a preferred driver for her kindness and reliability. Her cheerful smile, caring spirit, and steady commitment make daily life better for hundreds of neighbors. Mary, thank you for sharing your time and passion to make such an impact. It starts with heart. On behalf of the RoughRiders organization and Corda Credit Union, tonight we all celebrate your commitment to making a difference in our communities. Fans, we ask that you now please rise, if able, remove your hats, and welcome to the ice Rachel Hofert with the performance of our national anthem. RoughRiders fans, history was made last night inside the stable. With yesterday's win, head coach Mark Carlson broke the record for all-time regular season wins by a USHL coach, reaching 779 victories. Now, please give a warm Ridertown welcome to the winningest coach in USHL regular season history, our very own Coach Mark Carlson. And now also please give a warm Ridertown welcome to USHL President and Commissioner Glenn Heffron for a special presentation.
Thanks, Coop. How we feeling tonight, Rider fans? This is a rare honor for a commissioner, but to also share it with somebody who I've known for almost 26 years, who's been a friend and mentor to me, and we share something else in common. We're both from New Jersey. So we always joke each other, which exit are we from? But it's a great honor to be here tonight to celebrate an incredible record broken last night by former USHL coach P.K. O'Hanley. I would want to recognize the Cedeo family, the ownership group of the Cedar Rapids RoughRiders, for having an incredible program here in Cedar Rapids. Mark, you have touched the lives of countless players, over 800 that we counted, 500 or more to NCAA Division I, over 40 players in the National Hockey League, Stanley Cup winners, Clark Cup winner here, 3 Anderson Cups, and the record just goes on and on of all of the accomplishments. And I know what matters most to you is the pride you take and the joy you take in developing players. Many of them are here tonight. Interesting that a coach on the other bench, you've gotten some of those wins against that coach as a player and now also as a coach. So the cycle just continues on and on. I know there's some other messages that we've got to get to, so it is with great, I also want to call your wife over here who needs to come front and center, because this does not happen without Tammy Carlson. Tammy, let's go. Yes. Get over here. It is my honor to present this Jade Crystal to commemorate 779 wins, breaking the record. And now I'm going to turn it back to Coop. We'll take some pictures, and we've got a video message for you.
Fans, we ask that you now please direct your attention to the video board for a special tribute.
I threw a mirror in the ocean to see all that I want to see. A major force in my head, reflections. I caught a heart on the 7 seas, filled with these memories. I let it go, it's not my own, it don't soul.
Hey Coach, Lufty here. Just want to say congrats to you. I also want to say congrats to Tammy. I know how much work you guys have put in over the years and all the lives you've impacted, including myself, and I couldn't be more thankful for you guys. It's a huge milestone. I hope you guys take the time to, think about what all the years that it's taken to get here, and all the hard work and dedication and the lives you've impacted. So, huge congrats and thank you.
Coach, congrats on being #1. Learned a lot of lessons from you, and it's a lot of Diet Cokes from you after all the games. So congrats and well deserved.
What's up, Coach? Here with some of the guys. Congratulations on the most wins ever. We know you don't do this for the accomplishments or anything, but this is a big one, so soak it in.
Congrats, Coach. Couldn't think of anybody else more deserving than you. You really mean a lot to all of us, and we owe a lot to you, so congrats.
Yep, thanks for everything, Coach. You mean the world to us. We all wouldn't be here without you. Super grateful you earned this accomplishment by paying rent every day, so keep going.
Yeah, thank you, Coach, for everything. We all miss you, and thanks for bringing us all together.
Hey Carly, just want to wish you a congrats on the all-time wins record. It was pretty cool to have been a part of the team. That was a very small part of it, albeit it was a pretty awesome year, pretty fun years, Triple Crown champs. But again, this is an incredible accomplishment. Congrats to you, and USHL is lucky to have you as long as they have. So again, congratulations.
Hey Coach, just wanted to say congrats on this incredible record you just set. Your dedication and passion for not only the team, but for the game of hockey will not go unnoticed. You've had a huge impact on me and my family, along with all current and former RoughRiders who have been lucky enough to learn the game from you. We are all extremely grateful for everything you do for not only us, but also the USHL. Congrats to this one and many more.
Coach, congrats on your incredible achievement. It's a true testament to your leadership, dedication, and passion for hockey. Thank you for everything you've done for the RoughRiders, the community, and the United States Hockey League. I am extremely grateful, along with both current and former players, to have had the chance to learn from you and make memories that will last a lifetime. Coach, thank you and congratulations.
Carly, congratulations on becoming the all-time USHL winningest coach. You're a tremendous person, a tremendous mentor to these young men, and you're a great coach who I really respected and made me better coaching against you.
Carly, congrats. No one deserves this better than you. The guy that you're supplanting is somebody that both of us have a tremendous amount of respect for, PK O'Hanley. But it's hard to survive, and let alone survive but thrive the way that you have over your career.
Hey Mark, John Cooper, the Tampa Bay Lightning. Hello my friend, I just want to congratulate you on becoming the all-time wins leader in the USHL. Listen, longevity is synonymous with winning. and you've done it both. That's a tribute to you.
Congrats, Mark, on breaking the all-time wins record for the USHL. I know as a newer coach in the league, we appreciate your mentorship and what you've done for the league. So thank you and congratulations.
Carly, congrats on breaking the USHL all-time wins record. Your commitment to excellence set the standard in this league, and this achievement is further proof of that. Your success speaks to not only your impact behind the bench, but also the influence you've had on all of us young coaches across the league.
I just know what a caring human being he is, because he doesn't stop helping those young people develop when practice is done. It's the whole package with him, and he's somebody I've got a tremendous amount of respect for, and happy for him having the success that he's had over a long, long time.
15 years ago when I was back in the league, it was a good league, USHL. But with you behind the reins there for this long, it's become a great league. It's because of coaches like you. So congratulations again, my friend, and all the best.
I want to say congratulations to you, Tammy, the family, what you've done for Cedar Rapids, and not only that, really that program, but really that entire community. You're all in, you always have been, and I want to say congratulations from myself, my staff, the University of Wisconsin, and continue to do what you do, because you do it very well. All the best.
The nighttime it stars. The nighttime it stars.
Communicating with some of the guys that played here in that very first year. We were in this building 25 years ago, and to hear some of those guys say I love you is, it's really cool.
The nighttime it stars. Nighttime it stars.
Rider Town, let's give it up one more time for Coach Mark Carlson, your all-time winningest coach in USHL regular season history.
Really not much else to add after that, except my personal congratulations as well to Mark for his success as a coach and all the lives he has touched. He's the first one to admit it when you talk to him about it. It's the players around him that he's always the most proud of. Speaking of which, there's some players out on the ice right now that are getting ready to have at it in a hockey game. Yeah, it's a little detail. We still got a hockey game to play tonight. Now, how you refocus after that, I don't know. But let's see what we can do here, shall we? Stars defend the goal to the left here in period number one. Rough Riders defend the goal to the right. Referee tonight, Sean Cornock and Kevin McManus. McManus drops the puck. We are underway, and the Rough Riders control it back at their own blue line. That's Cornelli clearing it deep into the Lincoln zone to our left. Stars back behind the net, pick it up there. As it clears around to the right-hand side, picked up, and now turning and coming ahead with it is Hirschfield. He'll clear it ahead, tip down into the Rough Rider end of the rink. Back around to the near side. The Riders get it back out to neutral. Stars take it away there. That's Corted. He'll clear it ahead. And Malkissian will clear it in deep. Back in behind the Rough Rider goalie, goaltender Ryan Cameron. Puck cleared around to the near side. Back out to neutral. Musa down the near way. Gets it out. Foot backhand goal! Ruben Westerling came in, picked it up right in front of the crease. Backhanded it in. And Rough Riders grabbed the lead 43 seconds into period number 1. And for Westerling, for Ruben Westerling, that is number 3 on the season. Puck cleared ahead to the Lincoln line, broken up there, cleared back out to neutral. As it's cleared down into the Lincoln end of the rink. Cleared back around to the right-hand side, now back behind the goal. Coming out the left-hand side, Stars get it ahead into the neutralized area to Kohanski. His pass deflected back to the Lincoln zone. Stars back to get it there. Jenna Varia picks it up there, gets it off to the left-hand side, cleared out to neutral, pass off the boards, misfires, hit the side of the net, but nobody played it, which makes it an icing call, and we'll go back down to the to the Lincoln end of the rink for the face-off. Face-off will be coming up to the glove side of the Lincoln net, and goaltender Jack Solomon. Puck controlled by the Stars, back in behind their own goal. That's Jana Varia clearing it back around to the left-hand side, back out to neutral it comes. Picked up there by Jans. He'll clear it into the Riders zone. Miller picks it up there for Cedar Rapids. Clears off to the near side, ahead for Romeo. Romeo down the near wing, carries it down into the corner, knocked away back behind the net. Still laying loose. Now the Stars pick it up, turn, and come back into the neutralized area. Loomer brings it ahead, clears it down into the Rough Rider zone. Backhanded around to the right-hand side, knocked away there in the corner. Stars finally get to it first, now cleared. That's Peterson along the boards. Pedersen gets it out front now toward the goal. Cameron puts the stick down to stop it and then puts the big glove down to cover it up. And we'll get the face-off coming up in the Rough Rider end of the rink. 2 minutes gone in the contest. Rough Riders lead it 1-0 on Ruben Westerling's third goal. Musa picks up the only assist. As the puck's back down in the corner to the right of the goal. Stars take it back in behind the net. Cleared back around to the right-hand boards. Riders pick it up there. That's Huff. Clears off to the wing, back to the right-hand side. Pass misfires just a hair. Stars clear it to the open wing. Picked up there by Cooper Simon. Simon clears it ahead for the Riders for Bosco. Down into the corner for Miller. Miller tied up there. Now knocked away. Make that Ernst in the corner. Stars have it along the boards. Clear it to the blue line and out. And it's coming ahead with it now is Carvinen. Carvinen carries it in, now drops it behind the goal, goes after it himself, hit behind the net, tied up there. Puck cleared around to the right-hand side. The Riders turn and come back out. Simon brings it ahead into the Lincoln zone. Simon takes it back in behind the net, looking for a place to go, but he's being chased all the way around by Poole. Puck clears back to the right-hand corner, comes out to the blue line. Young couldn't hold it in. Comes out to neutral, knocked down there momentarily. Now poked ahead to the Rough Rider zone. Picked up there by Graff. Off to the right-hand side. He'll clear it ahead down into the Lincoln end of the rink. Graff pokes it back along the left-hand board. Stars get to that one first. Off the boards out to neutral. Broken up there momentarily. Now the Riders pick it back up. That's Scuderi. He'll turn and bring it ahead with a full head of steam into the Lincoln zone. Lost it at the blue line. Stars clear it back out. Try to get it into the Rough Rider zone, and they do. They stay on side as the puck carries back in behind the net. Picked up back there by the Riders. That is Carson Young. Gets the pass ahead now for Graff. Graff gets it back out front for Jackson Fox, cutting toward the goal. He'll tip it toward the goal, but this time Solomon puts the stick down, stops it, and then covers it up. And we'll get a face-off coming up in the Lincoln end of the rink. Face-off will be to the right-hand side, which is the stick side of goaltender Jack Solomon. Westerling on the draw, pulls it back, shot by Musa, save is made. Quick shot from the top of the right-hand circle. Now the Stars get control of it, cleared back out to neutral. Comes ahead, broken up there, picked up by the Stars. They clear it back to the Riders zone. Riders have it back there. Circling with it is Emmons. He had 2 last night. Gets it off to the right-hand side. Cleared now ahead into the neutral ice area. As Davis comes down the near wing. Cuts it back in front and scores! Cooper Davis, just quick wrist shot down to the lower right-hand side. And the Rough Riders lead it by a score of 2-0. This one at the 4:08 mark of the period. And for Connor Davis, it's number 2 on the year. And the Rough Riders lead it by a score of 2-0. As the puck pokes to the center ice, broken up there. Cleared back off to the near side. Riders have it in their own zone. Off the boards out to neutral, tipped ahead, icing waved off. Cleared back in behind the goal. As it comes around to the right-hand side. Along the boards now, trying to pull it out of the pile. There's Trevor O'Donoghue, knocked away from him, and here come the Stars back on the attack. Into the Riders' zone, centering attempt comes all the way through to the left-hand corner. Now quick shot from the boards, saved by Cameron. Cleared off the boards into the corner. Riders pick it up there, turn and start back out with Huff. Huff gets it ahead now to the blue line, into the Lincoln end of the rink. Carrying it down into the corner, that's Nick Romeo. Trying to get it back out front, that doesn't connect. Picked up by the Stars, who turn and come back out. Pass just out of the reach of Kohanski. Goes all the way down the ice. Icing waved off. Rough Riders pick it up there. Menz gets it off to the right-hand side. Knocked away. Cleared back down into the Rough Riders zone. Along the near boards, back it comes. Emmons slides it cross rink from Menz. His pass misfires, so that's going to be an icing call on the Rough Riders. We'll go back down to the Cedar Rapids end of the rink for the face-off. Rough Riders with a 2-0 lead. The second goal goes to Connor Davis, his second. And Musa gets his second assist of the night. Couple of even strength tallies put the Rough Riders up 2-0. Face-off will be to the stick side of Ryan Cameron, controlled by the Rough Riders, poked into the corner. Now Emmons behind his own net, comes out the right-hand side, drops it back to the near side for Carson Young, ahead for Simon. Simon clears it ahead to the Lincoln line. Cleared back now to the near side. Emmons has it there. He'll lift it high in the air. Cleared down into the corner to the left of the goal. Cleared back around to the right-hand side. As Poole has it for Lincoln. Knocked away from him momentarily. Goes up over the glass and out of play. And we'll get a face-off coming up after the timeout with 14:13 to go here in period number 1. And the Rough Riders with a 2-0 lead. Let's have a look at the out-of-town scoreboard while we have a second here. Muskegon is in front of Youngstown 4-2. They've got about a minute and a half to play in that one. Sioux Falls and Tri-City tied at 1 midway through the second. Sioux City and Fargo tied at 1, about 4 minutes to go in the second there. Chicago leading Des Moines 2-0 halfway through period number 2. 3 minutes to go in the second period in Green Bay. No score between the under-17 squad and the Green Bay Gamblers. 1 period in the books, getting ready to start number 2 up in Waterloo. The Blackhawks lead the Madison Capitals by a score of 1-0. Halfway through period 1, Dubuque leads Omaha by a score of 1-0. And of course here with 14:13 to go in period number 1, the Rough Riders lead the Lincoln Stars by a score of 2-0. Face off left side of the Lincoln net, comes into the slot area, knocked away by the Lincoln defense. Picked up and skated out into the neutral ice area and fired down to the Rough Rider into the rink as it goes back in behind the goal around to the right-hand boards. Picked up by Ernst. Pokes it to the blue line, not out. Held in, that's Loomer coming in. Shot broken up by the defense. Never got to Cameron, but cleared back in behind the net, back around to the near side. Along the near boards, Pelletier clears it back out to the blue line. Poole missed it, has to go back and get it in his own zone. Cleared back ahead, now Pelletier down the near side, gets it ahead for Loomer. That doesn't connect. Carries up along the end boards now to the left of the Rider goal. Clears toward the slot area, knocked away. Picked up by the Stars now as Pedersen tries to get it in front. That misfires and comes all the way back out into the neutral ice area. Picked up there by Poole. He'll cross the center line, fire it in. Lincoln heads to the bench to finish up a change. Rough Riders behind their own goal come out the near side with it. That's Cornelli clearing it ahead to the line into the Lincoln zone. Knocked away there, and the Stars get it back out. Into the Rough Riders zone it comes, cleared to the wing on the right-hand side by Scuderi. As they tie up now along the end boards, 4 of them digging for it there. Squirts out of the pile, picked up by De La Sala. De La Sala turns, fires. The save is made by Cameron. Cleared back into the corner on the right-hand side. Picked up by De La Sala. Again, out front, they score! Saw De La Sala fire it from the corner, but I'm not sure if it got redirected on the way in or not. So we'll have to wait for the official announcement on this one, but Lincoln gets on the board at the 7:10 mark of the period. And it's 2-1 in favor of the Rough Riders. Puck controlled by the Lincoln Stars, cleared ahead to the Rough Rider blue line. Jans brings it in, slides the pass, cross-rank shot, stick save Cameron, cleared up and out of play. Yeah, we'll get the face-off coming up in the Rough Rider end of the rink. Face-off is to the stick side of the Rough Rider net. And we had a whole bunch of guys moving, so let's see if they're gonna, yep. They're gonna chase Westerling out. So Cooper Simon moves in to take the draw. Puck's down on the ice, cleared into the corner. Davis clears it around the boards. Cleared back out down into the Lincoln end of the rink. Riders have it. Young back at the blue line, slides across rink. Down into the corner they come. Shot, save, rebound, loose in front, cleared away by the Lincoln defense. Yeah, it's tied up in front with Seamos. Now cleared back out into the neutralized area. Stars bring it ahead into the Rough Riders zone. Kohanski takes it down into the corner. Gets it behind the net. Somebody got crunched into the boards. Puck cleared back around to the right-hand side. Riders cleared out. Fired down the ice. Musa tipped it, which takes care of the icing call. Then catches up to it himself. Dumps it into the corner. Centering attempt knocked away. Comes back out toward the blue line. Cleared out to the blue line. Held in by Emmons. He fires it around the boards to the left-hand side. Tipped away from Scuderi. Back out into the neutral ice area. Graff has it there. Now Fox circling at his own blue line. Forced back in by the forecheck. Cleared back around to the near side. Emmons will fire it down to the Lincoln end of the rink. The race is on. Scuderi catches up to it, fires wide. Emmons on the near side has it. Takes it down into the corner. As the Stars clear it out to the blue line, Loomer gets it into the neutral ice area. Knocked away. Emmons picks it up, clears it right-hand side, fires it down into the Lincoln end of the rink. Puck cleared back around to the left-hand side and knocked away. As the Rough Riders turn to clear it back ahead. Or I should say Lincoln clears it ahead into the Rough Riders zone. Emmons catches up to it. Now cleared back around to the near side. Riders get control, turn and come back out with Sullivan Miller. Miller gets it ahead now for Scuderi. Scuderi tried to get it into the slot. Graff was partially tied up, couldn't get the stick down on it. Now it's right in front of the goal. Cleared away to the right-hand boards. Picked up there by the Stars, who turn and come back out with Karpinen. He'll clear it in, fire not goal. Cameron sticks that off to the right-hand side. Now along the boards on the right-hand side, Scuderi clears it to the blue line, not out, held in. Dumped in wide of the goal, cleared back into the corner on the near side. Back out to the point now as it gets knocked away from Janet Berea. Cleared back out to neutral. Riders pick it up there, turn and come ahead. Coming in with it there is O'Donoghue, headed along the near side, knocked off his stick. And the Stars turn and come back, cleared into the Rough Rider zone. Back to get it there. Menz clears it to the corner. Young picks it up. Rings it around the boards to the near side. Held in by Prosek. He'll clear it back down into the corner. Take the return pass out at the blue line. Yaki Prusik turns, fires, saved by Cameron. Who scoops it up and hangs on. And we'll get a face-off coming up in the Rough Rider end of the rink as we close in on the halfway mark of period number 1, with the Rough Riders in front by a score of 2-1. The Lincoln goal goes to John Hirschfield. And for Hirschfield, that is his first of the season. 1 assist went to Nicholas Young. And that made it 2-1, which is where we are right now as the Stars control it at the blue line. Shot knocked down into the corner. Hirschfield picks it up, drops it back out to the blue line to the near side. Shot saved Cameron. Cleared off to the side and fired out into the neutral ice area. Brusak got a good one off from the blue line. Now knocked away, cleared back down into the Rough Rider end of the rink. They go after it in the corner. Malkissian clears it around to the right-hand side. Picked up by Hirschfield. Clears it back out to the point. Checked off the puck there. Now backhanded down into the corner as they go after it behind the net. That's Delasella with it now. Drops it back to the blue line. Fired from there. Save made by Cameron. Cleared back around to the right-hand side. Off the boards out to the blue line. Broken up. Clearing attempt hits Simon and comes back out into the neutral ice area. Knocked down at neutral right in front of the penalty boxes. Stars get control. Hirschfield breaks it in. Shot stick. Save Cameron. Cleared to the right-hand side. Backhanded out to the blue line. Knocked away there. Cleared back in behind the net. As Simon picks it up there for the Rough Riders in his own zone. Clears it around the boards. Poole holds it in at the blue line. Fires it right back down into the Riders zone. Out the right-hand side. Cleared out to neutral. As the Stars pick it up there. And Turner bring it back in. Shot now knocked away. That's Mark Adonis who got the shot off. Cleared back out into the neutral ice area. Knocked down, cleared back ahead as the Stars bring it in. Mark Adonis again. Clears it back off to the near side. Shot, glove save. Cameron who hangs on. Markinitis got the pass over. And a quick shot, but a save by Cameron. And we'll get the face-off coming up in the Rough Rider end of the rink after the timeout. 2-1 Rough Riders as we take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. First final is in. It is Muskegon beating Youngstown tonight by a score of 4-2. 3:40 to go in the second. Tri-City and Sioux Falls are tied at 1. 2 periods in the books. Sioux City and Fargo are tied at 1. 5 minutes to go in the second. Chicago leads Des Moines 2-0. 2 periods in the books in Green Bay with the U.S. national team, the under-17 squad, leading the Green Bay Gamblers by a score of 1-0. 13:11 to go in the second. Waterloo leads Madison 1-0. 2:50 to go in the first. Dubuque leads Omaha 1-0. And here with 8:29 to go in the first, the Rough Riders lead the Lincoln Stars by a score of 2-1. This, of course, the second and final meeting between the Rough Riders and the Lincoln for the season. Face off to the stick side of the Rough Rider net. And Westerling's going to get chased out of the circle again. As puck's down on the ice, controlled by nobody yet. Finally picked up by Loomer. Shot, save. Cleared back to the corner on the near side. As it carries down into the corner now to the right of the Rough Rider net. Cleared back into the corner on the near side. Knocked away back on goal. Cameron will glove that and hang on to it. And we'll get a face-off coming up in the Rough Rider end of the rink. Face-off will be to the left-hand side of Cameron. Looks like it'll be Carvenden and Miller to take the draw. Miller for the Riders, of course. Puck cleared back in behind the net, picked up by the Rough Riders back there. That's Joseph Fenton. Out the right-hand side, clears it ahead, knocked down there as they fight for it at center. Broken up again, picked up by the Stars, who circle back to their own zone. Pass off the boards out to neutral. Broken up, Carvenden picks it back up and fires it in deep. Puck clears back into the corner on the right-hand side. Knocked away out front. Shot save, Cameron. As it comes back to the near side, firing it through to the far side was Young, and the Riders turn and come back out on the attack. Moving in, Ernst, shot, save. The rebound carries off to the left-hand side. Picked up by the Stars, who turn and come back out into the neutralized area. As it's sent in deep by Rude. Back in behind the net. Now Rude gets to it, back out front. Shot, hit a defenseman for the Rough Riders off the stick of Joachim Prushek. Cleared back out to the Lincoln line, out to neutral. Riders pass intercepted as Malkissian turns and clears it ahead into the Riders zone. Shot deflects high, wide around to the near side. And Karams all the way back down to the Lincoln end of the rink. Swinging back to pick it up there, Brady Cunningham. Clears it off the boards, now intercepted. Scuderi steered it in, but they're offside if they play it. Riders clear the zone instead. Stars poke it ahead to the Rough Rider line, broken up there. Menz clears it out, broken up, fired right back into the Rough Rider zone. Riders have it in their own zone. Menz turns and starts ahead. Across the center line, will flip it down to the Lincoln end of the rink. Carries into the corner on the left-hand side as they go up along the boards behind the net. Four of them digging forward back there now along the boards. Make it 5 as somebody finally comes in, pulls it out for Lincoln. Cleared it back off to the area in front of his own goal. Cleared out to neutral by the Lincoln defense. Picked up, fired back in, and goes up and out of play. And we'll get a face-off coming up with 6:13 to go in this first period of play. But the Rough Riders in front by a score of 2-1. Face-off's going to be right on the center dot as Carter Ernst moves in to take the draw. For the Rough Riders, it's cleared to the Lincoln line. Stars have control of it there. That's Griffin Brown clearing it off the boards and all the way down to the Rough Rider end of the rink. Cleared back around to the near side as Kohanski has it there, knocked away back behind the net. Riders pick it up in their own zone. Ernst starts out the right-hand side. Down the middle of the rink, off to the near side it comes for Young, moving in, shot wide. Karams back off, gets past the defenseman on the far side. That's Fenton. He'll go back and pick it up in his own zone. Gets it off to the near side. Simon cleared ahead into the Lincoln zone. Knocked away there as they fight for it along the blue line. Broken up, cleared back down into the Lincoln end of the rink. Controlled by Cooper Simon. He gets tied up. Puck rolls away around the left-hand side. Stars pick it up, cleared back out into the neutralized area. Cleared into the Rough Rider zone. Knocked away there. Cleared back along the near side. The Riders get it back out into the neutralized area. Stars pick it up, turn to come back in. Shot saved by Cameron, who scoops it up and hangs on. And we'll get a face-off with 5:11 to go here in the first 20 minutes of this game. Rough Riders leading it 2-1 despite being outshot 15-6. And I believe that's the first period this weekend we have been outshot, at least to this point. Puck cleared on the right-hand side as they fight for it along the boards, knocked away. Lincoln gets control of it again, drops it down into the corner. Huff after it there, gets to it, dumps it back in around the hind net for Cornelli. His pass deflected, picked off. Petterman brings it in, shot, saved by Cameron. I thought he caught it, but apparently he just deflected it. Now he gets down on top of it as everybody kind of gathers around trying to poke it loose. And nothing comes of any of that. We'll get a face-off in the Rough Rider end of the rink. Face-off will be to the right-hand side of the Rough Rider net. And something went wrong on the draw, so they'll line it up and try it again. Puck cleared back down into the corner, picked up behind the Riders, brings it back in behind the net. Out the near side, Emmons gets the pass out to the blue line, not out. Held in by Carvin, and now it's knocked away back into the neutral ice area. Stars pick it up, clear it in. Riders get control of it back on the near side. Emmons will clear it out into the neutral ice area, knocked down there and fired back down to the Rough Rider zone. Stopped back behind the net by Cameron. He'll backhand it to the right-hand corner. Off the boards, now steered out into the neutral ice area. Penalty coming up on Lincoln as they're going to get somebody for tripping up Miller. And the Rough Riders are going to get the first power play of the night. Two for a trip on Brady Caderna. Trip the call, and the Rough Riders get the first man advantage of the night at the 15:45 mark of period number 1. Rough Riders 0 for 4 last night, 4 for 17 on the season, which is 23.5% on the power play. Puck cleared back in behind the net. We've got two guys tied up in the circle here. Finally, they get untied and cleared back out into the neutral ice area. Puck down to the Rough Riders zone as the Riders turn and start out. Ahead now for Musa, who brings it in. Backhand pass to the near side. Davis in the corner, right of the goal. Looking for a place to go with it. Now it gets tied up deep in the corner. As a bunch of them come in, cleared back out. Young gets it, cross right to the circle, left-hand side, shot, save. Back out to the blue line. Carson Young got there to hold it in. Cleared back out to neutral as it somehow, don't know how it got past Nick Romeo, but it did. Riders pick it up back in their own zone, turn and come ahead. Musa brings it across the center line and sends it down to the Lincoln zone. Stars get to it first on the inboards. Pass comes around the right-hand side along the boards, picked up there in the corner and cleared the length of the ice. 54 in the man advantage, 3 minutes and 5 seconds in the period. Rough Riders with a 2-1 lead. The power play and the puck as they bring it in. Bosco takes it down the right-hand side, drops it back out to the point. Overskidding it for a second was Huff. Now gets it back to Graff on the left-hand side. Back it comes for Huff. Back for Graff, top of the left-hand circle. Sets it down low, back out front, deflected away from Graff. Stars pick it up on the near side. They'll skate it out this time as Rude sends it down to the Rough Rider into the rink. Graff behind the net, picks it up, turns, comes ahead with a full head of steam. Across the center line to the near wing. Graff carries it in. Along the boards now on the right-hand side, down in the corner. Cleared out to the point, held in there by Huff. Huff takes it back across to the left-hand side. Back it comes to the near circle. Cross rink. Bosco gets the pass across to Graff. Stars are back at full strength. Rough Riders have the puck to the near side. Faking the shot, now moving in. Bosco fires wide. Karam goes back off to the left-hand corner. Centering attempt picked off by the Lincoln defense as Kohanski clears it down the ice. Now picked up by the Riders who turn and bring it back out into the neutral ice area. They'll clear it down to the Lincoln zone and head for the bench on a change with 1:48 to go here in the first 20 minutes. Puck cleared ahead to the center ice area, knocked away. Stars have to go back to their own blue line and pick it up. That's Cunningham clearing it around to the near side for Jans. Back for Cunningham, tipped ahead to the Rider into the rink. Picked up there, cleared back out to neutral. And the attempt to clear it in got deflected into the Lincoln bench. And we'll get a face-off coming up with 1:28 to go in the period number 1. 2-1. The Rough Riders have the lead with the face-off coming up in the neutral ice area right at center ice. Puck cleared cross rink, now picked up along the boards as it's picked up there by Menz. He'll backhand it ahead. Now carrying it in, Cooper Simon. Simon on the backhand went for the short side save, rebound, follow up by O'Donohue, also got stopped. Cleared back along the right-hand board, or left-hand boards, cleared out into the neutral ice area. As the Stars bring it ahead into the Rough Riders zone, shot saved by Cameron. And this time he'll hang on to it, and then they crash into the boards behind the net. Net draws everybody. Let's make this simple. Nick Young is not in the skirmish. Everybody else is. And the linesman doing a pretty good job of getting them separated before it degenerates into anything. A couple of guys did crash into the boards after the whistle. I don't know that it was hard enough or deliberate enough to warrant a penalty being called. It did not. So we'll stay 5-on-5 with the face-off in the Rough Rider end of the rink with 1 minute and 2 seconds to go here in this first period of play. Riders with a 2-1 lead. The puck's in their own zone, cleared into the corner as it clears off the boards. We go under 1 minute to go in the first period. Cleared back off to the right-hand side. De La Salle will clear it back down into the Rough Rider end of the rink. Cleared around the near side, picked up there by Musa, who gets the pass ahead now. Davis cutting in, shot, saved by Solomon. Cleared back into the corner on the left-hand side. As they fight for it along the boards, knocked away. Out to the blue line, held in there to the near side, Young. Young fires, kick save by Solomon. Centering attempt comes out front. Westerling couldn't handle it. Now it's cleared away, and the Stars pick it up, bring it back out with 20 to go. Puck cleared into the Rough Rider zone, knocked neatly away by Fenton. As it carries down to the corner on the right-hand side, they pile in after it there. As they tie it up along the boards, puck squirts out. Stars have it in the right-hand circle. Back out to the point, just barely held in by Poole, but he did hold it in. Poole turns, fires, that goes wide. Carries off to the right-hand boards, and that is period number 1. Everybody's going to skate away without any altercations. And we have 20 minutes in the books. Cedar Rapids RoughRiders in front of the Lincoln Stars by a score of 2-1 after the first period of play. Shots on goal. Lincoln unofficially with 17. The RoughRiders with 8. We'll get official numbers coming up a little bit later in the intermission. But for now, the RoughRiders with a 2-1 lead after the first 20 minutes of play. We're going to take a break. Back in a few minutes with the period recap and period number 2 from I'm on Ice Arena in Cedar Rapids. Again, after 1, it's the RoughRiders 2 and the Lincoln Stars 1 down to the ice for the first intermission activities.
Welcome to our first intermission, Ridertown, and I need you to get loud and bring the energy for this one because it's time for our Big Grove Icicle Tricycle Race, one of our most fun activities during the season here inside Ridertown. The winning team, we are playing for big stuff tonight. They're going home with a gift package courtesy of our friends at Big Grove. Joining us this evening is Andrew, store director at Big Grove Cedar Rapids. We want to welcome Andrew once again here with us. Now, here are the rules. You have to navigate your tricycles around the pylons. Then, when you get down on this end, it's a relay. So you're going to hand off to your partner down here, your teammate, and then they are going to complete the course back. First one to cross the red line on this end wins. Are we ready? Steely-eyed. Are we ready? All right, I love it. In 3, 2, 1, go! Our Big Grove Icicle Tricycle Race around Pylon 1. We are making good time. Oh, these are some experience. Oh, a little off path. Winding in. We have Shane Lovedow over here, former Clark Cup champion, Ridertown. Get loud. He's making the handoff right now. It's still anyone's race. It's all about this final. Oh, we are sliding in. Our winners right here. Our inaugural Big Grove Icicle Tricycle Race. Give it up, Ridertown. Fast, furious, and delicious. Yes, it's our Big Grove Icicle Tricycle Race. Our winners going home with a gift package courtesy of Big Grove. Once again, I want to thank Andrew, store director from Big Grove, Cedar Rapids, for being here with us this evening. Don't forget to check out the new RoughRiders Lager at Big Grove Brewery right here in Cedar Rapids. I've tried it myself. It is delicious. We also want to thank Big Grove for their incredible support. That was our Big Grove Icicle Tricycle Race and your first intermission entertainment.
Who will be the next fan to sit in the hottest seat in the stable, courtesy of Quickstar? Not only will you have the chance to cheer on the riders from center ice in the Quickstar hotspot, but you'll also appear on the Jumbotron and receive a complimentary pizza coupon for Quickstar's hotspot. To register, just wheel on over to the fan service table and complete the required information. The winner will be contacted by the RoughRiders office. A big thank you to our dear friends at Quickstar for providing a hot night out in the coolest place in the community.
Have a question or need assistance during the game? Just visit the Can Shed Fan Service Table, located near Section C on the concourse. And remember to drop your eligible pop and beer containers in the Containers for a Cause bins located around the arena. Each donated container supports nonprofits right here in our community.
Instant replays this season are powered by Play It Again Sports, your locally owned sporting goods store, offering affordable new and quality used sports and fitness equipment. Bring your sports and fitness gear and get paid on the spot, or trade up at the new location next to Firestone Tire on the First Avenue side of Lindale Mall, Suite 3001.
Don't forget to look your best with the Rider Wear merchandise available at the Bim Ritter merchandise stand on the main arena concourse. Check out all the new hats, t-shirts, sweatshirts, cowbells, and more.
Participate in the greatest hockey contest around during the second intermission. It's our Blair's Ferry Chick-fil-A Cluck-a-Puck. Head on over to the Can Shed Fan Service Table and purchase your pucks now for a chance to win fantastic prizes from our participating sponsors.
Right now, I just need you to get real loose. Get comfortable. Grab your loved ones, or grab your love partner. And if you're by yourself, no worries. Just follow after me. Come do the two-step and cowboy boogie. Grab a sweetheart and spin around. Hold down and get into it. Take it to the left now and dip.
Let's check out scores from around the league with the Checktown Station out-of-town scoreboard. Ridertown, you see the graphic, you hear the music, and you know what that means. It's time for our Tyson's Price is Right. Come on down, Christian. Christian is our contestant on tonight's Price is Right with Tyson's. All right, yes, he's got a big cheering section. All right, Christian, here's how this works. you're going to look up at the big screen, and you're going to see an item momentarily. Oh, there it is, from Tyson's latest sales flyer. Now, tonight, we have 10-inch fall mums. I just got some beautiful mums a couple weeks ago from Tyson's. They are gorgeous. What I need to know from you, Christian, which of those three prices is the correct sales price for those 10-inch fall mums? What do you think, Christian?
$12.99.
Christian says $12.99. Show it to me, Rider Town. Yes! Christian is going home with a $25 gift card, courtesy of our friends at Tyson's, putting the customer first at 24 locations throughout Iowa and Wisconsin. Congrats to Christian, and thanks to Tyson's. That was our Tyson's Price is Right.
as Davis comes down the near wing, cuts it back in front and scores! Connor Davis picking up his second again from Musa, and it made it 2-0 in favor of the Rough Riders at the 4:08 mark. At the 7:10 mark, however, the Lincoln Stars would get on the board. But I'm not sure if it got redirected on the way in. Well, you know, I'm not doing real well with highlights tonight. Let's try that one more time. Side picked up by Della Sala. Again, out front, they score! Yeah, it turns out to be Hirschfield who'd get the goal, his first of the year. And it was Young in the quarter 20, not 22, that sent the pass out front. So Hirschfield from Young, and the Rough Riders lead cut in half to 2-1, which is where we ended period number 1. Shots on goal in the first period. Lincoln had 17, and the Rough Riders had 8. There was just the one penalty called on Lincoln. That was a tripping call, and the Rough Riders came up empty on the power play. So 2-1, Rough Riders after 1. On the out-of-town scoreboard, the only final insofar, Muskegon beat Youngstown tonight by a score of 4-2. Third period action, 17 minutes to go. Tri-City, Sioux Falls tied at 1. Third period action, 13:20 to go in the third. Sioux City and Fargo are tied at 1. Getting ready to start the third period, Chicago leading Des Moines by a score of 2-0. 7:40 to go in the third. The U.S. national team, the under-17 squad, leading Green Bay by a score of 1-0. 2 periods in the books in Waterloo. The Madison Capitals lead the Blackhawks by a score of 2-1. And 15:42 to go in the second. Dubuque leading Omaha by a score of 1-0. Let's take a look at some leaders around the United States Hockey League on this Saturday night. In the Eastern Conference, Muskegon leads the way with 10 points, followed by Youngstown, Dubuque, Cedar Rapids in the 4th spot with 7. Madison with 6, Chicago with 6, and then the U.S. national team with 3. Green Bay's got just 1 point on the season. In the West, Sioux City leads the way with 5. Fargo has got 4, as does Sioux Falls. Waterloo, Des Moines, Tri-City all have 3. Omaha has 2. And Lincoln is still looking for their first point of the year. Malachi McKinnon of Youngstown leads the league in scoring with 7 points. Melvin Ekman of Dubuque. Tyden Bergeson of Madison. Gustavus Grieva of Madison. And also Max Ryder of Madison, all tied with 6. Teddy Merrill of Dubuque leads in goals with 5. Cooper Simpson of Youngstown leads in assists with 5. Top goaltender in the league, A.J. White of Fargo. He's played 65 minutes and hasn't given up a goal yet. The Rough Riders' Ryan Cameron has a 1.96 goals against average. And early on in the season, that moves him up to the 7th spot in the goals against average rankings in the United States Hockey League. So we got the teams getting ready to come back out on the ice for period number 2. Rough Riders were outshot 17-8 in that first period. Now, frequently I say things like shots on goal may not be an accurate reflection of how the game was played. And that is, in my opinion, the case here in period 1. Yes, the Riders were outshot, but a lot of those were not what you would call high-quality shots. And I think the Riders actually may at times were outplaying Lincoln. However, they've still only got a 1-goal lead heading into the second period of play. I'm really not expecting either side is going to change much in this second period of play. They both played pretty good hockey. The one thing I am, I don't know if concerned is the right word, but I can't think of another one to put in there. is both sides have gotten away with a few things that I thought probably should have been called as penalties. And it's been fair, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it hasn't been fairly officiated. It has. But both sides have gotten away with a few things tonight. And there's a bit of a concern. Are they going to push it a little bit and see how much more they can get away with before they start calling them? We'll see what happens. Puck's down in the ice. We are underway with the second period. Lincoln, oh, nice hip check. And it's so nice he's going to get 2 minutes for it. Now, I didn't see anything wrong with that. Scuderi just dropped the hip and hit and got him. But he's headed to the penalty box anyway. We do have a Lincoln player down right in front of the penalty box area. Don't know who that is yet. Now, it's very possible the guys in the striped shirts saw something I didn't. But that really looked just like a... Anyway. Lincoln player is up on his knees under his own power. Trainer Corey Courtney over there. It's Hirschfield that was down. He's up and heading back to the bench under his own power, which is a very good sign. And they're going to call it a trip, so apparently he got the stick in there someplace, but... So Scuderi goes off at the 9-second mark. I'm sorry, I didn't see that. But doesn't matter what I saw. That's what they've called, so that's what there's going to be. And we're going to get our first look at the Lincoln power play, which on the season is 0 for 13. And the Rough Riders have killed 10 in a row off to start this early season. So now the referees have to go talk to the coaches and explain to Mark why it was a penalty and explain to the Lincoln coach, Rocky Russo, about why it wasn't a major penalty. And are we going to get more? He kicked right past everybody. Johansky at the point, moves into the slot area, slides it off. Shot, ouch. Somebody dropped in front of that one. That was Emmons. Puck cleared back out now along the boards. Out to the slot area. Pelletier cutting in. Knocked away, back off to the left-hand side. Still in play along the left-hand boards. 4 or 5 of them in there digging for it. It squirts out of the pile. Riders get control of it and clear the length of the ice with 34 to go in the man advantage. Lincoln with a couple of pretty good shots on that power play so far. 24 to go in it as they break out of their own zone. Stars bring it ahead down the wing. Knocked away as they come into the blue line. Regained and cleared back in behind the net. Going back after it there now is Jackson Rude as they tie up behind the net. Puck cleared around to the left-hand side. They continue to dig for it. Knocked away to the corner on the near side. Picked up. Davis will chip it out into the neutral ice area. The race is on as one of the Riders gets tagged into the boards. And it's getting tagged in there was Nick Romeo. They're back at full strength. We're playing 5-on-5. Puck clears out to neutral and back down to the Rough Rider end of the rink. Cameron stops it behind the goal. Cleared off to the near side now as the Riders get it out. Scuderi tips it ahead for Graff. Graff drop pass goes past everybody. Stars get control of it. Cleared out to neutral. Knocked down there by Carson Young. To the near side it comes for Fenton. He'll clear it down to the Lincoln end of the rink. Race is on. Graff pokes it to the boards on the near side. Back out for Fenton at the blue line. And he brought it across the blue line. And that makes it an offside call. We'll take it back outside the Lincoln blue line for the draw. With 17:15 to go here in the second period of play. And the Rough Riders in front by a score of 2-1. Puck down on the ice, controlled by the Riders, who clear it down into the Lincoln end of the rink. Cleared back into the corner on the left-hand side. Back out it comes now for Siamos. He'll fire it back to the right-hand corner. Race is on. Graff gets to it there. Backhands it out to the blue line. Sent back down now to the right-hand circle. Scuderi has it there. Turns, fires wide. Cleared back to the near side. Graff has it along the boards. Back out it comes now. Back for Graff. He got tied up. Puck cleared back in behind the goal. All the way around to the right-hand side. Stars get to it first. That's Malkissian. He'll clear it to the blue line. And it comes out as the Riders try to drop the pass back. It comes all the way back to their own end of the rink. Riders back to pick it up there. That is Lucas Siamos. He'll bring it ahead and fire down into the Lincoln end of the rink. Puck cleared off the boards back out into the neutral ice area. Riders pick it up there now as Ernst had it knocked away. Here come the Stars back in. Shot wide. And it caroms up and out of play. We'll get a face-off coming up in the Rough Rider end of the rink. It will be on the left-hand side of Ryan Cameron, which is his glove side. Cleared into the corner, controlled by Mintz for the Rough Riders. He'll clear it out to neutral, right in front of the Lincoln bench. Stars get it. Clear it in. Riders clear it back down to the Lincoln end of the rink. Stars back to get it there. That's Brown. Takes it back in behind his own goal. His pass deflected, but it comes out to neutral. Caroms down to the Rough Rider end of the rink. Race is on. Poked away into the corner by the Rider defense as Corneli goes after it there in the corner. They tie it up there momentarily. Kicked away. Corneli catches up to it on the left-hand side. Corneli drops it off now. Cleared back out as it's picked up at the blue line by Simon. He'll clear it ahead into the Lincoln zone. Brown gets it back in behind the net. Brown circles back in behind the goal, comes out the near side. Gets it ahead for the Lincoln Stars from Marco Dennis. Cleared back in behind the goal now as they tie it up back there. Markinitis, I should say. I apologize. Cleared into the corner. Comes back out front, broken up momentarily along the boards. Young clears it back in behind his own net. Fenton comes out the right-hand side. Gets the pass off to the wing, knocked away back into the corner as they fight for it along the boards now to the right of the Rough Rider net. Puck cleared back to the blue line, broken up there, picked up, shot, save. And it's getting the quick shot off for the Lincoln Stars was Jans. Now it's cleared back into the Rough Rider zone once again, back into the corner left-hand side. Picked up by Fenton, who turns and brings it ahead. Fenton gets it off the boards to the blue line. Picked up now by Miller. Miller cutting in. Miller had it poked off his stick just as he was getting ready to shoot. Cleared off to the side. Now it's deflected down to the Rough Rider end of the rink. Icing waved off as it went off one of the Riders. Cleared back around to the left-hand boards. And the Lincoln Stars get to it first. And that's Pedersen. Clears it back out to neutral. And it's cleared back into the Rough Rider zone. Young trying to clear it out. Knocked out. Held in by Lincoln. Fired to the corner near side. Riders get it again. Huff will bring it out. Poke it ahead now down to the near wing. Westerling flips it in front just out of the reach of Musa. As it goes back along the side, Musa has it now in the Lincoln zone. Flips it in front and tipped wide by Davis. Back out to the point. Huff on the near side, turns, fires. That was headed wide, but Solomon stuck the big glove out, caught it anyway and said, enough of this. Just hangs on to it. We'll get a face-off in the Lincoln end of the rink after the timeout with 13:43 to go here in the second period of play. The Rough Riders leading it by a score of 2-1. Around the rest of the USHL, Dubuque leads Omaha by a score of 3-0. They've got 6.5 to play. 13:40 to play in the third. Madison leads Waterloo 2-1. 22 seconds left in the contest. The U.S. national team leads Green Bay 1-0. Chicago and Des Moines are tied at 2 with 16:45 to go in the third. 5 minutes to go in the third. Sioux City and Fargo are tied at 1. 8:20 to go in the third. Sioux Falls in front of Tri-City by a score of 3-1, and the only final in so far, Muskegon beat Youngstown by a score of 4-2. Here, the Rough Riders lead the Lincoln Stars 2-1 with 13:43 to go in the second period of action. Face-off will be in the Lincoln end of the rink. It'll be to the glove side of the Lincoln net, controlled by the Stars as they bring it out to the neutral ice area. Brown pokes it ahead down into the Rough Rider end of the rink, steered away. Riders pick it up. Musa had it poked off his stick, but cleared back out to neutral. Musa picks it back up, brings it into the Lincoln zone, gets tied up, spun around, the puck comes back out. Delasala picks it up and fires it down to the Rough Rider end of the rink to the left of Cameron. Now it bounces around to the right-hand side in the slot area, knocked away momentarily. Stars held it in. Hirschfield backhands it down into the corner. As they go up along the boards behind the net, Riders come out with the puck as they turn clear ahead into the neutral ice area, sending ahead, they're into the Lincoln zone, I should say. Musa giving chase, knocked away along the near side, picked up by lefty Markinitis. Markinitis clears it down to the Rough Rider end of the rink. Riders get control of it there, cleared back off to the left-hand side. Out to neutral it comes for Davis. Return pass for him, knocked away. Penalty coming up on Lincoln as they go crashing into the board. Stars catch up to the puck, and we're going to get a hooking call on the Lincoln Stars, and the Rough Riders will go to their second power play of the night. 7:25, the time of the penalty. And setting off is Brady Condora. His second penalty of the night. And the Rough Riders go to the power play for the second time tonight. Puck down on the ice as they fight for it at the face-off dot. Cleared away, Stars pick it up, turn and clear the length of the ice. And sending it all the way down was Kohansky, now behind the net. Carson Young turns and starts out of his own zone. Comes ahead down the near side, that's Westerling with it. Slides it across to the far circle. Musa down low, back out front, shot wide. As they had Romeo set up in front, he fired wide of the mark. Westerling gets it back out to Young, down to the right-hand side. Shot save. Cleared back to the near side. Westerling has it again. Back out to the point, now cleared down to the circle. Stars intercept that and clear the length of the ice. Griffin Brown doing the honors. Carson Young picks it up, turns, brings it ahead. Gets it off for Scuderi, who clears it down into the Lincoln end of the rink. Puck carried up along the end boards now as they fight for it there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and they're taking for it. I don't know how a referee can see it underneath all those bodies, but they do. They keep playing. Puck squirts out of the pile. Stars get it and fire it the length of the ice. 40 seconds to go in the man advantage as the Riders pick up the puck, turn and come ahead. Carson Young off to the near side. Bosch, he trips on the blue line. Gets the puck cleared down into the corner. Now Graff back out to the point as the Riders get it set up. Scuderi in the right-hand circle. Back out it comes Bosch, top of the circle. Moving in, fires wide. Graff has it along the near boards. Back out it comes for Huff at the blue line. Across Bosch, one-timer. Ouch, Brown took that one off the pads. He's feeling it as he heads for the bench. Puck cleared back along the near side. Riders have it at neutral as Bosco clears it back in. Stars pick that off and clear it right back down to the Rough Rider end of the rink as the penalty expires. And it's cleared back out into the neutral ice area. Knocked ahead into the Lincoln zone. As it's picked up back there by the Stars. Cleared around the boards now by Luca Janavarria. He'll clear it out to neutral. Stars have it at the Rough Rider blue line, cleared in. Huff picks it off there. Huff gets it off to the wing. Now Ernst will chip it down to the Lincoln end of the rink. Stars back to get it on the near side. Janavarria clears it ahead, deflected. Huff gets it in his own zone. Backhands it away from the forecheck. Gets tied up by Pelletier trying to get back to it. Now the puck knocked loose, back loose on the left-hand side out to the blue line. Shot goes up and out of play. And we'll get a face-off coming up in the Rough Rider end of the rink. And we'll get a face-off coming up after the timeout, with the Rough Riders still in front of this one by a score of 2-1. Game still in progress. 4:55 to go in the third. Sioux Falls in front of Tri-City by a score of 3-1. Minute 37 to go in the third. Sioux City and Fargo are tied at 1. 13 minutes to go in the third. Chicago and Des Moines tied at 2. In overtime, 2:45 to go in the extra period. Green Bay and the U.S. national team are tied at 1 apiece. 9:50 to go in the third. Madison is in front of Waterloo by a score of 2-1. 2:44 to go in the second. Dubuque is in front of Omaha by a score of 3-1. And here with 9:51 to go in the second period of play, the Rough Riders lead the Lincoln Stars by a score of 2-1. Face-off coming up in the Rough Rider end of the rink. And something went wrong on it, so they'll line them up, try it again. Face-off coming up to the left of Cameron. And Miller's going to get chased out of the circle. So Cooper Simon comes in to take it. Puck's down on the ice, poked loose in the, it's still in the face-off dot. Now the Stars get it back out front. Shot wide by De La Sala. Cleared back out, chipped into the neutral ice area. Stars back to pick it up at their own blue line. Cunningham gets it ahead, clears it down into the Rough Rider end of the rink. Catching up to it there behind the net is Seamus, clears it back into the corner and knocked away. Picked up now back out to the point. Cunningham shot through traffic, knocked down, never got to the goal. Cleared back along the near side now. O'Donoghue had it taken away. Cleared back behind into the corner, right-hand side. The Rough Riders cleared back out into the neutral ice area. As they come ahead, Simon brings it in, and somebody got in way in front of him. And we'll get the offside call. We'll take it back out into the neutral ice area with 9:12 to go here in the second period of play. Face-off coming up outside the Lincoln blue line. Cleared into the Stars zone, cleared back to the near side. As the Stars get control of it, Young will fire it all the way down to the Rough Rider end of the rink. Loose right in front of the goal. Finally cleared away by the Rider defense. Scuderi gets it to the blue line, out into the neutral ice area. Picked up there. Fox brings it ahead, moves in, shot, saved. And then some pushing and shoving, a little more than that behind the net. As Fox getting into it with one of the Stars. So we've got 4 going at it one corner. We got 2 going at it in a different corner. And I think they finally get them all separated. I'd be very surprised if there weren't a couple of punches tossed in there someplace. And we're going to get some guys a chance to cool off in the sin bin as Scuderi heads in for the Rough Riders. Young and Kohanski. For Lincoln. And Fox is the other one. And Fox is the other one. By the time it all washes out, it's 4 roughing calls at the 11:07 mark of the period. Riders taken 3 penalties for 6 minutes. Lincoln has taken 4 penalties for 8. And we'll play 5-on-5. Face-off coming up outside the Lincoln blue line. Musa moving in to take the draw. It's controlled by the Stars, cleared to the near side. As it cleared out to neutral and fired all the way down the ice. Icing waved off as they catch up to it. Loomer tied up back in behind the net, cleared around to the right-hand side. Backhanded out to the point, held in there. Shot knocked out. Riders get control. Westerly clears it ahead. Musa coming in, trying to get it in front of Davis, just didn't connect. And then they go up along the boards behind the net. Davis, Musa, and about 3 Lincoln Stars. And somebody's down on the ice, and the referees just blow it down. And we'll get a face-off coming up. Face-off is to the stick side of the Lincoln goal. Face-off is to the stick side of the Lincoln goal. And somebody from Lincoln tried to sneak in a little quick. That gets the center tossed out. Puck's down on the ice in the face-off circle. Controlled by the Riders. Moving in, shot, save, rebound, cleared. Riders got a quick shot off from the right-hand side. It gets golfed the length of the ice. And that's going to be an icing call on Lincoln. So we'll just go back down, line them up, and try it again in the Lincoln end of the rink. Face-off is to the glove side of the Lincoln net. As they go down, puck's out of the pile. Fenton has control of it there, clears it back in behind the net. Center attempt hit the back of the net. Riders catch back up to it in the corner. Back out to the point. Fenton forced to backpedal into the neutral ice area with it. Puck along the boards, cleared ahead to the Rough Riders zone. Stars get it there. Quick shot, saved Cameron. As the quick shot came from the near side from Carvinen. Now back out to the blue line. That one heads wide into the left-hand corner. Riders catch up to it there as Miller takes it behind the net. Now takes the return pass and comes straight ahead with it. Miller slides the pass off to the side. Shot, save. As cutting in was Nick Romeo. Cleared back in front. Shot, save again. Romeo a whack at the rebound. That went wide into the slot area. Huff picks it up, forced into the corner to the right-hand side. And the net came off the moorings in the Lincoln end of the rink. We'll get a face-off coming up in the Lincoln Stars end of the rink. Shots are 19-14 in favor of Lincoln. It was 17-8 at the period, which means Lincoln has had 2 shots on goal this period, and the Rough Riders have had 10. Face off to the 6th side, controlled by the Stars. That's De La Sala. He'll bring it ahead and clear it down into the Rough Rider end of the rink. Carries back into the corner on the right-hand side. Knocked away there as they fight for it along the boards. Broken up, picked up by the Riders. They clear to the blue line, not out. As they fight for it along the boards, now broken up again. Cleared back out into the neutral ice area. Knocked down there, cleared back ahead along the bench right in front of the penalty box area. Cleared away, they fight for it in the referee crease. Finally pulled out, Bosco brings it ahead. Bosco slides the pass off to the right-hand side for Simon. He gets tied up, puck picked up by the Stars and cleared. Out to neutral. Huff back to get it there. Turns, brings it ahead. Had it knocked away. Bosco kept it in momentarily. Still in the zone. Ernst pokes it deep into the zone. Lincoln gets control of it. Now behind the net. Cooper Simon has to try to center it. That got deflected. Comes back around the near side. Back out into the neutral ice area. Down to the Rough Rider end of the rink. Huff back to get it there as they fight for it along the boards. Knocked away back in behind the net. Cleared around to the left-hand side as they tie it up along the boards there. Stars digging for it, cleared back out to the near side. Pass intercepted. Markinitis saw it coming, picked it off and scores. Lefty Markinitis saw the pass coming, just stepped right in front of it, walked in and pops it home. And Lincoln ties the game up at the 14:02 mark of the period. And for Markinitis, that is his 2nd of the year. We are knotted at 2 apiece. Puck's down on the ice. Menz has control of it for the Rough Riders. Crosses the center line. Fires it down to the Lincoln zone to our right as they pile in after it behind the net. Knocked away, picked up on the near side. That's Loomer. There, check that. That is Malkissian who breaks it into the Rough Riders zone along the near boards. Malkissian has it knocked away, broken up and cleared back in behind the net. Around to the left-hand side it goes, broken up. Ooh, one of the Riders got crunched into the boards. Puck comes loose. Shot, save Cameron. Rebound, cleared, taken and behind the net around to the right-hand boards. Stars get to it to hold it in. Kohansky sends it down low into the corner. Centering pass broken up by the Rider defense as they turn and start out of their own end as coming ahead Westerling. He'll backhanded on goal. That's gloved by Solomon who hangs on to it. And then pushing and shoving after the play again. And we got 4 in front of the crease and 2 more along the near side. And the goaltender, Jack Solomon, being very smart and retreating to the corner away from all of it. One of the riders got shoved from behind after the play. And that's kind of what brought everybody in. Now, whether that got spotted or not, we'll have to wait and see. Fenton is heading off for the Rough Riders for sure. He's already been escorted to the penalty box. Emmons is heading off for the Rough Riders. And Lincoln's got one in the penalty box. Let's see what they're going to...
Lincoln number 20, back to penalty. Roughing. 26 and 23, Cedar Rapids. Both teams roughing. 5-on-4, power play. Lincoln.
All right. Fox and Fenton get roughs. Or check that. Fenton and Emmons get roughs. As does Lincoln's Nicholas Young. So as is usually the case, the first guy gets away with it. The second one in is the one that gets caught. And this time it's going to cost the Rough Riders. They're going to go down a man. Lincoln goes to their second power play of the night. And we'll have a face-off coming up in the Rough Rider end of the rink. It'll be to the right-hand side. 5:07 to go here in the second period of play. Puck cleared down the ice by the Rough Riders. As it's picked up by the Stars, who cleared ahead down the near side. Hirschfield tips it in. Rough Riders get to it first, now cleared around the board by Cornelli, not out. Lincoln holds it in and sets up Peterson. Back out to the point now. Drop pass, nobody home. It's poked out to neutral. Pedersen back to pick it up there for Lincoln. Slides the pass cross rink as it drops back, and now coming ahead with it and carrying it in is Prusek. He'll get tagged into the boards. Puck comes loose. Cornelli hit Prusek trying to clear the puck out. Puck cleared back out now into the slot area. Markinitis takes the shot, and the save is made, and now a little pushing and shoving after the play again. And linesmen get in and separate it before it turns into anything. This is a little bit of what I was talking about at the end of the first period and the beginning of the second, is the teams try to see how much you can get away with before they start calling them. I think they're learning very quickly that our referees are not going to put up with a whole bunch more of this. Face-off will be to the glove side of Ryan Cameron. As the puck's down on the ice, Menz has control of it there. As they fight for it along the boards, knocked away momentarily. Puck cleared back down along the boards, broken up again. As they keep fighting for it in the corner, which is good for the Rough Riders. It kills time off the penalty. Riders finally get it, try to clear it out along the boards. That's knocked down, held in. Stars have it, still along the boards, knocked away. Comes back toward the slot area, knocked away again, back to the left-hand boards. And this time the Stars catch up to it and they'll set it up. Coming in, Markinitis shot, knocked down and cleared into the neutral ice area and back to the Lincoln end of the rink. Stars get it around to the near side. Jans clears it ahead. That's broken up right at the blue line. And the Riders send it all the way down with 20 to go in the man advantage. Puck cleared back in behind the net. As the Stars turn and come out, Pelletier will turn and bring it ahead. Pelletier breaks it to the blue line, and Jans got in a stride in front of him. Pelletier made an extra stride to the right. That threw the whole play offside. We'll take it back out to neutral. 6 in the man advantage, 3:13 in the second period. And the Rough Riders and the Lincoln Stars tied at 2 apiece. As the puck's cleared into the Rough Rider end of the rink. Cleared back out to neutral, fired the length of the ice. Riders are back at full strength as the Stars turn and come out of their own zone into the neutral ice area. Cleared down into the Rough Rider end of the rink. Huff take it up along the end boards as they go in after it there. Cornelli comes out of the pile onto the left-hand side. Cornelli clears the pass out to neutral. Stars pick it up there, turn, and come back in. Carvinen sends it in deep, knocked away along the boards, picked back up now as it comes back down into the corner. Back around to the near side as one of the Rough Riders gets blasted into the boards. Puck picked up, cleared across rink into the neutral ice area, and tipped ahead to the Lincoln zone. As they get in the hit, and is starting to pick up a little bit here. As it's out the neutral, Bosco tips it ahead. As Musa turns, cuts in, shot, goal! Jason Musa just cut through the slot area, fired quickly. And the Rough Riders go back in front. And for Jason Musa, that's number 2 on the season to go along with his first of the night. Go along with 2 assists. Put it top shelf, glove side. And just like that, the Rough Riders are back in front, 3-2. As Menz has it on the near side, he'll clear it down into the Lincoln end of the rink. Cleared back around to the near side, now picked up there. As Hirschfeld will clear it ahead into the Rough Rider zone. Now along the boards on the near side, cleared into the corner. As they fight for it along the boards on the right-hand side, knocked away momentarily. Now back in behind the net. That is Westerling tied up, gets it off the boards to the near side. Young at the point, fires wide. Hughes cleared her off to the left-hand side, back out to neutral it comes. Cleared ahead into the Lincoln end of the rink. Along the near side, picked up Hirschfeld, back out the other way. Tipped ahead to the Rough Rider zone. Rider defense gets to that. Menz clears it ahead. Davis tips it in. Graff going after it. Graff goes down. He lost an edge on the way in. Puck cleared back out to neutral. As the Stars send it down now, Pelletier coming in, slides it across, sent wide by Loomer. He has it back in behind the net, and he's muscled into the boards for his efforts. Riders pick up the puck with a minute to go here in the second. Coming ahead with it now is Scuderi off to the near side. Fox back across in front, out of the reach of everybody. Cleared back out, Huff at the point, fires. That's gloved and hung on to. Solomon just freezes it and calms everybody down, and we'll get a face-off. Coming up in the Lincoln end of the rink. Musa gets the goal, his second of the year. Bosco gets one assist, and Huff gets the other. And it put the Riders back in front by a score of 3-2. Face off, glove side. And we'll get a Lincoln player chased out of the circle. Fox moves in for the Rough Riders. As the puck is controlled by the Stars. Cleared ahead out to neutral, gloved and knocked down by Huff. He'll flip it back in. They go after it. 38 in the period in the corner, right-hand side. Steered back around to the near side, picked up by the Stars. They get it out into the neutral ice area. Markinitis will clear it back down into the Rough Rider end of the rink as they go up along the end boards left-hand side. Squirts out of the pile, cleared back out toward the point. Shot on goal, Cameron saved. And again, pushing and shoving. One of the Stars got knocked down right in front of the goal. And that drew the teammates from both sides. And we're going to get some penalties handed out. Emmons is heading off for the Rough Riders. Cross-check the call on Emmons. which will put Lincoln on the power play for the third time. So we'll watch the period clock. The penalty's got 18 seconds, 18.6 to run in the period. If Lincoln doesn't cash it in quick, we'll start the third period down a man. Face off to the stick side of Ryan Cameron. Controlled by nobody yet, cleared to the blue line. Young sends it down into the corner. Cornelli ties somebody up there. The puck comes loose. Riders fire it down the ice with 7 seconds to go. Cleared back out into the neutral ice area, picked up by Young. He's forced cross rink. His pass intercepted. And a little bumping after the period. Now here comes a little more pushing and shoving. And they're going to get them all separated, and I think that will be the end of it. It will. They're just going to send them all down to the locker rooms. As they head down after the second period of play, the Rough Riders lead the Lincoln Stars by a score of 3-2. Shots on goal unofficially on the scoreboard say 23-16. We'll get you the official numbers coming up in a few minutes as part of our recap of the period. As the teams head down to the locker room, we're going to go ahead and take a break. Excuse me. As there go the officials off the ice, we can head down to the ice for the, well, the officials being serenaded as they head off the ice. Now we can head down to the ice for the second intermission. We're back with a recap in a few minutes.
It's time to shout it loud for t-shirts courtesy of Performance Therapies, the official athletic training and strength and conditioning provider of your Cedar Rapids RoughRiders. It's our Performance Therapies t-shirt toss. We want to thank our RoughRiders interns and staff for tossing those t-shirts. That's our Performance Therapies t-shirt toss. Now you see the placards being placed around center ice, and that means it's almost time for a time-honored tradition inside Ridertown. It's the Blair's Ferry Chick-fil-A Cluck-a-Puck. Here are the rules, Ridertown. When I count down to 0, fans, you'll chuck your pucks and aim at the targets located around center ice. If your puck lands on or closest to the center of that target, you win a prize from that partner. A reminder, no throwing pucks at each other or Ridertown employees on the ice. Let's keep it nice inside Ridertown. But I need to know, are you ready? In 3, 2, 1, chuck your pucks. Be sure to chuck those pucks. Last call is on the way. And last call coming down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you all for playing. If you won, we'll be announcing the numbers on the video board later in the third period. That was our Blair's Ferry Chick-fil-A Cluck-a-Puck.
The RoughRiders would like to thank the following sponsors for sponsoring prizes during the Blair's Ferry Chick-fil-A Cluck-a-Puck. Greg's Lawn and Landscaping, All Tune and Lube, Firehouse Subs, Quick Star, Zio Jonos, Marie's Jewelry and Accessories, Jersey Mike Subs, Play It Again Sports, Culver's, and of course, Blair's Ferry Chick-fil-A. Thank you for being a RoughRiders partner.
Fans, TV timeouts this season are brought to you by Greg's Lawn and Landscaping.
Remember to drop your eligible pop and beer containers in the Containers for a Cause bins located around the arena. Each donated container supports nonprofits right here in our community.
The RoughRiders are teaming up with CarePro Health Services once again for their Skates for Plates promotion. For every RoughRiders goal this season, CarePro Health Services will make a $5 donation to Horizons that'll be used to provide senior citizens meals through their home delivery program.
Like a growing family, we'll build with you, one step at a time, piece by piece. As your family evolves and priorities change, we'll be here, serving your financial needs with modern banking products and adaptable digital solutions. Bank Iowa will build with you. Bank Iowa. Experience the difference.
Your home is where true love greets you, where you've spent sleepless nights, where friends become family. It's where life happens. Isn't it time to invest back into it? Get your remodel rolling. Stop into Randy's Flooring in Cedar Rapids or Coralville. Your local flooring experts by design.
Cedar Rapids Bank and Trust has been proudly assisting the community for over 20 years. This season, they will be sponsoring the Cedar Rapids Bank and Trust Assists of the Game. For every assist this season, Cedar Rapids Bank and Trust will contribute $5 to the United Way. Cedar Rapids Bank and Trust. People you can bank on. Ridertown, tonight we have some special groups in the building, and we want to welcome them inside the stable this evening. First up, we have former riders Shane Lovedahl and family, and none other than Joe Fleming Sr., father to Big Joe Fleming. Give it up, Ridertown. We also want to welcome Big Grove, the USHL League Office, International Paper, I'm On Communications, Crystal Group, Hero Clean, and Stinger Trailer Repair. Thanks to all the groups that joined us tonight. A reminder, the RoughRiders offer special discounted rates for groups of 12 or more. If you want to celebrate your special occasion with the RoughRiders, just contact Tammy Carlson and reserve your luxury suites or party deck. And now, let's wish happy birthday to all of our RoughRiders birthdays in the stable tonight. First up, happy birthday to Jordo Kapsalakis. Happy birthday, Jordo. Happy birthday, Waylon Gipple, Aiden Gipple, George Lewis. Happy birthday to Heather Barrup. And happy birthday from all of us inside Ridertown to Justin Montgomery, Jacob Montgomery, Jace Fisher-Rush, and John Moore. A happy birthday from all of us inside Ridertown. And a very special happy anniversary to KJ Schmidt and Georgie Lewis. Let's hear it, Ridertown. A happy anniversary from all of us inside the stable. Let's check out scores from around the league with the Checktown Station out-of-town scoreboard. Ridertown, it's Coop. I'm back with my good friend Q, and he is tonight's contestant on the Cedar Rapids Trash and Recycling game. Now, before we get to the game, Q is representing the Cedar Rapids Raptors. That's our women's football league football team here in Cedar Rapids. Support them at the concession stands right by Section G, and Q is ready for Cedar Rapids Trash and Recycling. All right, Q, here's how this works. You're going to look up at the big board, and you're going to see 3 items total, one by one by one. You have to tell me, does that item go in the trash or the recycling? Now, first up, we have a half-eaten slice of pizza. What I need to know from you, is that going in the trash or the recycling?
Probably my stomach, but we'll go with trash.
All right, stomach is first option, I agree wholeheartedly, but trash is correct in this instance. Yes, I love it, I love it. All right, show me that second item. We have a milk carton. Is that milk carton going in the trash or the recycling, Q?
Put that one right in the recycling.
That's going right in the recycling. Q is 2 for 2, it rhymes. All right, I need to hear it from you, Ridertown, for this third item. We have a bag of chips. Is that going trash or recycling?
I think that one, we're going to put that one in the trash.
We're going to trash those chips. Yes! Q went 3 for 3. He's going home with that beautiful RoughRiders t-shirt. A reminder to take the Cedar Rapids City Managers One Bag Challenge and help clean up CR. Congrats to Q. That was our Cedar Rapids Trash and Recycling game. Ridertown, it's time for a little something new. I need to know who wants a koozie from Big Grove. It's time for our Big Grove koozie toss. Look at these beautiful koozies. One right here. So many koozies, Ridertown. One more, Ridertown. That was our Big Grove koozie toss. Once again, I want to thank our partners at Big Grove Brewery for all their support of your Cedar Rapids RoughRiders.
All right, back at I'm on Ice Arena between the second and third periods of tonight's game. The RoughRiders leading by a score of 3-2. This was a 2-1 game for the Rough Riders after one. Lincoln would tie it up at the 14:02 mark of the period. In behind the net, cleared around to the left-hand side as they tie it up along the boards there. Stars digging for it, cleared back out to the near side. Pass intercepted. Markinitis saw it coming, picked it off and scores. Lefty Markinitis getting his second of the year to make it a 2-2 game. And it would stay that way until the 17:47 mark. And that is when the Rough Riders would take the lead back. And the boards, puck picked up, cleared across rink into the neutral ice area, and tipped ahead to the Lincoln zone. As they get in the hit, and is starting to pick up a little bit here. As out the neutral, Bosco tips it ahead. As Musa turns, cuts in, shot, goal! Jason Musa just cut through the slot area, fired quickly. And the Rough Riders go back in front. And for Jason Musa, his second of the year from Bosco and Huff to make it 3-2, which is where we are right now after the second period of play. Rough Riders outshot Lincoln 8-6 in that second period to get this to the 23-16 totals that we have right now. Penalties in the game, a lot. Lincoln has been called for 5 infractions for 10 minutes. Rough Riders have been called for 6 infractions for 12 minutes. Lincoln is working on power play number 3. The Rough Riders are 0 for 2 on the power play in tonight's contest. But up on the counts where the numbers that mean the most, the Rough Riders lead it by a score of 3-2. Out-of-town scoreboard still going on. 14:44 to go in the third. Dubuque is unloading on Omaha. It's 7-1 Fighting Saints over the Lancers with 14:44 to go in the third. Madison has beaten Waterloo tonight by a score of 3-1. It took an overtime for Green Bay to beat the U.S. national team by a score of 2-1. Heading into overtime, Chicago and Des Moines are tied at 4. It took a shootout for Sioux City to beat Fargo tonight by a score of 2-1. Sioux Falls beat Tri-City 4-1. And Muskegon beat Youngstown by a score of 4-1. And of course, we talked about it a little bit earlier. Last night, Mark Carlson broke the USHL all-time wins record by a coach, 779 last night, and it was in his 1,500th game as a coach. Riders beat Lincoln 3-2. That was last night. Through 26 years, 26 seasons, we will call it, Carlson has guided the Rough Riders to 779, 579, and 142 record, winning the Anderson Cup in 05, 11, and 16, and getting the Clark Cup in 05. Carlson has stood behind the bench for more games than any coach in the league and is the sole bench boss the Riders have had since their inaugural season of 1999 and 2000. You heard the commissioner, Rob Heffern, talking about this in the pregame ceremony honoring Mark. 3 Hobie Baker Award winners, 40 NHL alumni. Oh yeah, 2 Stanley Cup champions. I'd say that makes a pretty good year. A pretty good career, I should say. And he's nowhere near done. But again, my congratulations to Mark Carlson on setting the record last night. And he will be the first to tell you that if I say that, he'll say thank you, but we still got work to do. And that work is the third period of tonight's game between the Rough Riders and the Lincoln Stars. A game that the Rough Riders currently lead 3-2 as we get ready to start period number 3. Rough Riders will be down a man to start the period for the first minute and 42 seconds. As Emmons will be in the box finishing up his penalty. He picked up a cross check, so 1:42 left in the power play for Lincoln. Rough Riders defend the goal to our right here in the third period. Lincoln defends the goal to our left in this third period of play. Puck's down on the ice, controlled by the Stars as we are underway with period number 3. Puck cleared ahead into the Rough Rider end of the rink. Men's back to get it, right-hand corner. Sends it off to the right-hand circle, backhanded to the blue line, not out. Stars hold it in. Kohenski clears it down to the right-hand side. Picked up there now. Circling out with it is Loomer. He'll send it down to the corner. That misfired. Men's tried to clear it out. Could not do so. Still held in. Young, top of the left-hand circle. Sends it down low. Pelletier. He'll circle back out toward the blue line. Through the slot back off to the top of the right-hand circle. Now slides it down low. And now back out front. Shot saved by Cameron. Cleared back in behind the net. Backhanded around to the right-hand side. Menz gets it to the blue line, but not out again. Young holds it in on the near side. Takes the return. Young drops the pass back now. Kohenski shot, saved, cleared back off to the right-hand circle. Centering pass comes all the way through. Kohenski slides it across. Shot wide! Jans had a wide-open net, and he missed it. Puck cleared back out to the blue line. 29 in the man advantage. Kohenski moving in, shot, save, rebound, and loose along the side of the net, cleared to the boards. Picked up by the Stars, back out to the point. Young moving in, slides to the right, back it comes Kohenski, left circle, down low, shot, side of the net. Cleared back in behind the net, Riders get to it, and this time they clear the length of the ice. Stars will go back to pick it up behind their own goal as the penalty expires. We're back to 5-on-5 hockey as the Lincoln Stars bring it in. Evan Malkison carries it down into the corner, had it knocked away. Graff picks it up, gets it out for Scuderi, who turns 1-on-2, 1-on-4 actually. Brings it in, fires, saved. The rebound cleared back off to the near side. Graff has it along the boards, dumped back down into the right-hand corner. Scuderi take it up along the boards there. Graff gets to the puck. Now he's shoved up along the boards. Puck kicks away. Stars pick it up back behind the net. We're going to get a holding call back behind the play. And this one is going on Lincoln. As heading off will be Hirschfield, 2 for holding. Time of the penalty will be the 2:14 mark of the period. 6th penalty on Lincoln. And the Rough Riders going to the power play for the 3rd time tonight. I don't believe anybody has a power play goal this series. Face-off will be to the stick side. As is controlled by the Riders. Quick shot, goal! Nick Romeo from the slot. And the Rough Riders cash in the power play. Time of the goal will be the 2:19 mark of the period. And for Romeo, that will be number 1 on the year. And it gives the Rough Riders a little breathing room at the 2-goal lead at 4-2. However, as a hockey coach I used to work with, quoted many an occasion, this would be the most dangerous lead in hockey. You think it's safe, it ain't. but still, 2 is better than 1. So Lincoln with the face-off and the Riders with the 2-goal lead. As the Stars turn and bring it ahead into the neutral ice area and fire it down to the Rough Rider end of the rink. That's an icing call. They shot it from their own side of the red line, and we'll go back down to the Lincoln end of the rink for the draw.
Tonight's 50-50 raffle winner is 2-3.
And, well, I think they're going to call it an inadvertent whistle now. They're going to do the face-off at neutral instead. Puck cleared back down to the Rough Rider line. Emmons has it there. Emmons gets it across the center line and fires it down to the Lincoln end of the rink. Nick Young back to get it there for Lincoln. Cleared around to the near corner, intercepted by the Riders. Emmons fires wide of the goal. Cleared back around to the right-hand side. Cleared back out now as it's held in. Davis moving in, shot, save. Davis a whack at his own rebound, save again. Cleared back off to the side. Westerling clears it back out toward the blue line, picked up there by Loomer, who brings it in right down the middle. Shot, save Cameron. Cleared back in behind the net. Cleared back around to the near side. As the puck clears back along the boards, Lincoln has changed goaltender, by the way. William Prowse has taken over in goal. Puck cleared back ahead, knocked down there, cleared back to the near side, fired down to the Rough Rider end of the rink. Riders get to it as Carson Young pokes it away, catches up to it momentarily, dumps it back for Emmons, who's along the boards on the end there, fighting for it, pulled away. Now Davis will turn and clear it out. Gets it ahead for Musa. Musa clears to the near side. Ernst carries it in. He's tied up along the side. Knocked away. Markuson has it there. Cleared back out to the blue line. Knocked down at center ice. Ernst has it there. Broke it up there. Now the Stars pick it up. Turn and bring it back in. De La Salle carries it down to the corner. Knocked away along the right-hand side as they fight for it there. Cleared back out into the neutral ice area. Picked up now by Simon. Simon clears it ahead. Broke it up along the boards. Cleared out to neutral. Picked up by Cornelli. Cornelli along the near boards has it knocked away, goes back out into the neutral ice area. Poole has it there. He'll slide it across rink. Broke it up, cleared back down to the Lincoln end of the rink. As the Stars go back to get it in their own zone. Cleared ahead, now tipped high in the air, and it lands in the penalty box. And we'll get a face-off with 15:23 to go in this third period of play. The Rough Riders with a 4-2 lead. Romeo's goal is going down as an unassisted tally. As the Rough Riders lead it by a score of 4-2. Puck at center ice, poked ahead to the Lincoln blue line. Knocked down there, Poole slides it cross rink for the Stars, cleared ahead and stepped down into the Rough Rider into the rink. Going back to get it now, Cornelli behind the goal, turns and comes ahead. Cornelli straight down the middle of the rink, cuts off to the left-hand side, brings it in, puts it right on goal. The save is made by Prowse as the puck clears to the near side. Back out it comes now. Jans will turn, bring it out to neutral. That's knocked away, and Miller sets it right back down to the Lincoln end of the rink. Puck cleared back along the boards on the near side. That's Kohanski, clears it out into the neutral ice area. Back down to the Riders zone. That is Jans along the boards, tied up there. Riders knock the puck loose and come back out. Huff gets it off to the near side for Miller. Miller looking for a place to go. His shot hit the side of the net. Goes back in behind the net, cleared back around to the left-hand boards as the Stars turn to come back out into the neutral ice area. Coming ahead now, Prusek has it along the boards, poked off his stick back out to center ice. Stars backpedal to their own blue line and then fire it into their own bench. Luke Janavarria trying to clear the puck off the boards, ended up firing it over the top of the boards into his own bench. And we got a timeout on the ice for 14:13 to go in this third period of play. And the Rough Riders with a 2-goal lead at 4-2. 8 minutes to go in the third. Dubuque is unloading on Omaha. It's 9-1. The Fighting Saints over the Lancers. Let's see here. Madison beat Waterloo 3-1. It took an overtime for Green Bay to beat the U.S. National Under-17 squad 2-1. And they finished the overtime period in West Des Moines. The Buccaneers and the Chicago Steel still tied at 4. It is Sioux City winning in a shootout 2-1. Sioux Falls over Tri-City 4-1. And Muskegon with a 4-2 win over Youngstown. So we've got 2 other games still in progress, one of which has been settled. They just need to finish the timeout. Here with 14-13 to go in the third period of play. The Rough Riders lead it by a score of 4-2 over the Lincoln Stars. Puck cleared, cross rink picked up by the Rough Riders at their own blue line. Menz drops it back for Carson for Graff, who tips it down to the Lincoln end of the rink. Puck carries back in behind the goal around to the left-hand side. As it comes high in the air, gloved by Carson, knocks it down by, that's Carson Young, of course. Knocks it down, picked up Pedersen. Slides it off to the left-hand side, back out in front, shot, goal, Pelletier. Alex Pelletier picked up the stray puck in front of the goal, popped it home. And the lead is 1. Time for the goal will be the 6:12 mark. And for Alex Pelletier, that's his 3rd of the season. Puck's cleared back to the Lincoln blue line, tipped out to neutral, down to the Rough Rider end of the rink. It will not be an icing call. Huff catches up to it, cleared around left-hand side, take it away now. Hirschfield cleared it back out to the blue line, cleared back around to the near side. Hirschfield has it. High stick call on Lincoln. And we'll take her back out for the face-off with 13:32 to go in the third period of play. Something went wrong on the face-off, so we'll line them up and try it again. Westerling's going to get chased out, so Musa moves in to take the draw. As it's controlled by the Rough Riders. It's Davis clearing it ahead, knocked down there along the boards in front of the Lincoln bench. Knocked away back down into the Rough Rider end of the rink. Cornelli back to pick it up behind his own goal. Turn, starts out the right-hand side. Gets it ahead for Musa. Tipped away. Westerling picks it up, brings it in. Trying to get it back along the near side. Knocked away. As it clears back along the boards now in the Rough Rider end of the rink. Cleared back out toward the blue line. Shot, save Cameron. Knocked away. Musa picks it up, turns and comes back on the attack. Musa brings it ahead, stops. Now cuts into the middle of the rink, comes out front. Shot tipped wide as Davis was tied up in front. Puck cleared through to the left-hand side as the Stars pick it up, turn and come back out. Karvinen off to the right-hand side, knocked away. As they fight for it there, broken up along the boards, taken down into the corner, back behind the net, knocked away as the Rough Riders turn and come ahead. Menz off for Simon down the near side. Simon cuts it out front, shot save. Cleared back to the near boards. Stars pick it up, cleared out to neutral as it's picked up and cleared into the Rough Rider end of the rink. Cleared back around to the near side, picked up Simon. Simon carries it out into the neutralized area, fires it down into the Lincoln zone, rings it around the boards left-hand side. Stars get control of it there. Back out they come as it's cleared into the Rough Rider end of the rink before Cade Kohansky gets knocked down. Puck cleared back along the far side now. Riders pick it up there, turn, and come out. Fenton brings it up to the center line, fires it down to the Lincoln zone. Puck carries in back behind the net now. Stars get to it first. Cleared to the corner right-hand side. Now the scrum on after it. Riders knock it loose and pick it up. Back along the boards. Stars knock it away, pick it up themselves. Now come back out as Loomer brings it ahead, fires down into the Rough Rider zone. Cleared back down in behind the net now, so they tie up there. Cleared back around to the right-hand side as both teams continue to fight for it there. Stars pull it away, out front, shot wide. Back to the near side, pull, shot, save is made by Cameron. who dives out and covers it up, and then everybody starts gathering again. This will get separated before it turns into anything. And we'll take it face off in the Rough Rider end of the rink. It took a shootout, but the Buccaneers beat Chicago tonight by a score of, or check that the other way around, I'm sorry. Chicago beat Des Moines 5-4 in a shootout, which leaves just 2 games going on, ours and Dubuque and Omaha. Face off is to the glove side of the Rough Rider net. I think it's a fairly safe bet Dubuque's going to win that one. It's just a question of how much. Puck's down on the ice, controlled by the Rough Riders. Musa brings it ahead into the Lincoln zone. Stars have it there as they turn and come out of their own zone into the neutral ice area. Cleared ahead down into the Rough Rider end of the rink. Huff catches up to it in the corner along the right-hand side, knocked away. Huff gets it back. He's bounced off the puck. Stars get control of it. Cross-rink pass. Young plays it off the boards, carries it down left-hand corner. Young take it up along the board, still has the puck, spins away from the forecheck. Centers it out front, shot through traffic. I think he got stopped by one of his own players. And Loomer let one fly. And one of his own players in front of the net stopped it and is feeling it. Trying to see who it is. It's making it over to the bench in a little bit of pain right now. That's Pedersen. He was in front looking for a tip and ended up taking a shot. Face off will be to the glove side of Cameron. Puck's down on the ice, controlled by the Lincoln Stars. That is Prushek, has it knocked off his stick. Romeo picks it up, turns and brings it ahead. Nick Romeo clears it ahead now. O'Donohue takes it back in behind the net. He's tied up along the boards. Puck comes away. Stars come back out on the attack. Cleared back ahead now. Rude clears it down into the Lincoln end of the rink. Knocked away back behind the goal. Now picked up there as they carry it to the right-hand side. Knocked down behind the net once again as our 2 players. As they pile up back there, puck squirts away to the near side. And the Riders pick it up, turn and clear it out. Benz gets it to Romeo. He steers it down into the Lincoln end of the rink despite taking a check. Puck clears back along the near boards. Tip back ahead down to the Rough Rider end of the rink. Puck cleared into the corner now. Men's tied up, or check that, that's Fenton. And the corner knocked away, cleared back out to neutral as the Stars go back to their own blue line to pick it up. 9.5 to go in the third period. Riders with a 4-3 lead. Lincoln just got called for icing. So we'll go back down to the Lincoln Stars end of the rink. And take the face off to the right-hand side of William Prowse, who came in after the Rough Riders got their 4th goal. Face off to the stick side of the Lincoln net, cleared down into the corner, knocked away, back out toward the blue line, held in there. Bosch had it momentarily, knocked away there, as Bosco, I should say, had it knocked away, cleared to the right-hand side. As the Rough Riders pick it up, clear it in. It's sent down into the Lincoln end of the rink in the corner on the right-hand side. Knocked away, picked up in the corner as they fight for it along the boards. Knocked away, Pelletier will clear it cross rink. And the Stars clear it out. Young picks it up at neutral, fires wide of the goal. Cameron gloved it on the way by and saw a blue shirt coming, so he hung on to it. And we'll get a face-off coming up in the Rough Rider end of the rink. After the timeout, Riders in front by a score of 4-3. The only other game going on right now has 2 minutes to play in the third period. And Dubuque is in front of Omaha by a score of 9-1. For the Rough Riders, after tonight, it's on the road for the next 3. We will be out in Youngstown for games on the 10th and 11th. That's Friday and Saturday. of next week. And then Wednesday the 15th will be in Omaha to take on the Lancers before returning home on Friday the 17th to take on the Chicago Steel here at I'm on Ice. And that will be the last home game in October. November is going to be a busy month at home, though. We've got 6 home games in November. Face-off coming up to the stick side of the Rough Rider net. Westerling moving in to take the draw. He'll take it against Hirschfield. Puck controlled by the Rough Riders. They poke it to the blue line, but not out. Held in. Huff has it along the boards. This time they do clear it out into the neutral ice area. Stars backpedal to get it. Young had it knocked away on the forecheck. Now it's picked up by Malkissian, who carries it in. Drops it for De La Salle. Return pass knocked away. Clears all the way around the boards to the near side. Riders tried to chip it out. Cannot do so as it's cleared back into the corner. Huff takes it back in behind the net around to the right-hand side as they go crashing into the Zamboni doors after it. Now it comes out along the boards. Stars get it back to the point. Shot stopped by Davis. Davis clears the pass ahead now as Musa comes in. Musa moves in. Shot over the top of the goal. Cleared back around to the near side as the Stars get it out into the neutral ice area. Knocked away. Picked back up now by Scuderi. He's bounced off the boards as he carries it in. Knocked away back out into the neutral ice area. Puck comes off to the near side. Picked up now. Graff gets the pass ahead. Knocked around momentarily. Now Scuderi gets it back. Turns. Fires. Ouch. He just dropped one of his own players with that shot. And here comes the Rough Rider training staff. Out to have a look. I can't see who it is. Ouch, he took it under the face shield. I think we'll see who, yeah, it's Fox. So he's headed straight down, well, it's into the corridor anyway, leading down to the locker rooms. I don't know if they're going to go all the way down, if they're just going to tend to him right. And it looks like they're just going to tend to him right down in the corridor leading down to the locker room areas. Puck cleared back into the Rough Riders zone as we're back underway. Off the boards, cleared to the Lincoln line, knocked down as it comes back into the Rough Riders zone. Down in the corner, Jans has it, drops it back out. Prusek at the blue line, turns, fires, save is made, rebound cleared to the side, picked up by the Stars. Kohanski has it, shot, save, rebound loose, hit front, dive across, Cameron got to it. Then the Rough Riders golf at the length of the ice and will be content to take the icing call. Lincoln had Ryan Cameron down, and he somehow dove across and stopped it, and the Rough Riders just cleared the length of the ice. Sullivan Miller in to take the draw for the Riders as they fight for it to the right of the circle, picked up by Trevor O'Donoghue. He'll clear it out into the neutral ice area, knocked down there, cleared back into the Rough Riders zone. Bouncing puck that nobody get a stick on. Finally, it's cleared into the corner as they tie it up there. Miller is tied up in the corner there with Kohanski. And now here come a couple of more players. Puck comes out of the pile. Picked up on the right-hand side by Charlie Emmons. Emmons gets it ahead into the Lincoln zone. Knocked down there. Cleared back around to the near side. Ahead it comes. Loomer behind the play. Caught up to it. Drops the pass off to the side. Now comes back out to the point. Young His shot knocked down. Pelletier fires wide. May have been deflected on the way across. Steered back in behind the net as Cornelli turns and starts out. Cornelli brings it ahead now. Gets it off for Westerling, who brings that in. Westerling takes it behind the goal. Centering pass out front. Knocked away. Cleared off the boards back out into the neutral ice area. And down to the Rough Rider end of the rink. Clearing attempt. Fandon picked up. Shot. Save. And it's getting the shot off was Brady Condurna. Cleared back to the near side. Knocked into the corner back behind the net. Picked up now by the Rough Riders. Huff had to take it away. Wraparound save by Cameron. He shoved it out front. That gets cleared into the corner as the Stars cleared out to the neutral ice area. Jumped over the defenseman's stick. So they'll have to backpedal, regroup in their own zone. 5:35 to go as Lincoln tries to fire it in and fires it up into the crowd instead. And we'll take the face-off back out into the neutral ice area. In fact, we're going to take the face-off all the way back to the Lincoln blue line, just outside of it. And Fox is right back out looking for more. He's taking the draw. As the puck clears back to the near side, fired down into the Lincoln end of the rink. As the Stars get control of it there, fired ahead to the Rough Rider blue line. Knocked down as they fight for it along the boards there. Broke it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Digging for it. Finally, it's poked into the neutral ice area. As the Stars come back along the boards, pick it up, cleared into the Rough Rider zone. Riders have it there. That's Carson Young backhanding it out to neutral. Drop pass comes back into the Rider zone. Picked up there by Graff, who clears it out. Knocked away again. Young will pick it up, skated out this time. Off to the right-hand side for Scuderi. Gets it ahead for Young, cutting in, taking it back into the corner on the left-hand side. Back out front, shot to goal! It'll be Jackson Fox. It is 5-3. I know we're behind a little bit of score. I'll get it for you here in a sec. As the puck is cleared back into the Rough Rider end of the rink. Around to the right-hand side, cleared down into the Lincoln end of the rink. Young looses it behind the net now as one of the Rough Riders gets shoved down. Puck comes out into the neutral ice area. Emmons picks it up, backhands it back into the Lincoln end of the rink. Carries back in behind the goal around to the right-hand side. It comes. Stars get it, try to clear it out. Cannot do so. Shoved back into the corner. Reversed around to the left-hand side. Knocked away again. Picked up by the Rough Riders. That is Simon. Shot, save. Cleared back along the boards out into the neutral ice area. Fired down the ice. Won't get far enough for an icing call. So Stars pick, or Rough Riders, I should say, pick it up, turn, and come ahead. Cornelli gets it off to the left-hand side. Shot broken up as it clears back in front. A one-timer there. And we've got a Lincoln player down in the corner. As Bosco got the one-timer off, the save is made. And we got a Lincoln player down in the corner, and I think we may have had another player take one off just under the face mask. That's what, the second or third one of those we've had tonight? So while they're tending to the injured player, and as soon as we figure out who it is, we will, of course, let you know. Let's do some housekeeping. Lincoln goal went to Alex Pelletier, his third. Janabaria and Pedersen to pick up the assists. That's the one that cut it to 4-3. And then Jackson Fox gets his first. Braden Scuderi picks up the assist. And that's one that put the Rough Riders back up by 2. with 3:45 showing on the clock right now. As the injured Lincoln player making his way to the bench under his own power. And that is Markonitis, who's kind of doubled over the bench right now, but he's going to climb in. He'll be all right. Face-off coming up in the Lincoln end of the rink with 3:45 to go in this third period of play. Puck cleared down along the ice now, back out now as the Stars get it ahead, cleared into the Rough Rider end of the rink, down into the corner. Fenton has it there, knocked away behind the net now as the Stars get it back out to the blue line. Shot wide of the mark, comes to the near side, picked up by Musa. He'll try to get it out of the zone, does get it into the neutral ice area. Westerling tied up there, but one of the Stars comes by, picks up the puck. That's Poole. Gets it ahead down into the Rough Rider zone, got tipped. Save is made. It came on goal, actually, from the Lincoln blue line. Riders pick it up, clear it back out. Musa sends it ahead, gets muscled into the boards. Puck cleared back around to the near side as they come back out now with Rude into the Rough Rider zone. Tried to split it between four guys. That very seldom works. Puck clears back out into the neutral ice area. Romeo sends it ahead and down into the Lincoln end of the rink to the right-hand corner. As they fight for it along the boards, knocked away back out into the neutral ice area. As it comes ahead now, having it roll off his stick for the Lincoln Stars was Will Corton. Clears back in behind the net now around to the near side. Riders get control of it there, cleared back out into the neutral ice area. Ahead to the Lincoln blue line into the Lincoln zone. Cleared back out and fired all the way down the ice. That's going to be an icing call on Lincoln. And we'll take it back down to the Lincoln end of the rink for the face-off with 2:18 to go in the third period of play. The Rough Riders with a 5-3 lead. Puck down on the ice, controlled by the Rough Riders. That's Graff. Graff takes it down into the corner, left-hand side. Just lost an edge, went down on his own. Puck cleared back along the side now, so they fight for it, broken up. Along the boards now, they're still digging for it. Comes to the blue line, not out, as we go under 2 minutes to go. Riders have the puck at neutral. Evans will clear it ahead down into the Lincoln end of the rink. Reversed around to the left-hand side, broken up there. Scuderi gets it off now. Graff from in front. Shot save made by Prowse, who takes it off the logo and then catches it on the way down and hangs on to it for the face-off coming up with 1:44 to go. Well, Dubuque and Omaha made it final. It finished up 9-1 Dubuque. So we're the only game left going on this Saturday night in the USHL. And we're 1:44 from a Rough Rider win. Riders lead it 5-3. Puck cleared in behind the net now as the Stars backhanded around to the near side. Knocked out, picked up by the Stars, cleared out into the neutral ice area. Hirschfield clears it ahead, catching up to it, taking the shot there. Carvinen, save is made. Rebound cleared back in behind the net. As it comes around to the near side, Simon gets to it. Simon clears it off the boards down to the Lincoln end of the rink. This will be an icing call on the Rough Riders. And we'll go back down to the Cedar Rapids end of the rink for the draw with 1:20 to go. Face-off is to the glove side of the Rough Rider net. And goaltender Ryan Cameron. Puck's cleared back in behind the goal. Riders get it there around to the right-hand side. As coming out with it is Bosco. He'll get to the center line. and fire it down to the Lincoln zone. Laying along the left side of the net, cleared back around. Now Jans has it on the boards. We'll bring it out into the neutralized area. Gets tied up from behind as we hit a minute to go in the contest. Rough Riders lead it 5-3 as the Stars come ahead into the Rough Rider zone. Knocked away, cleared high off the glass, back down to the Lincoln end of the rink. Musa catches up to it, moves in, shot, save, rebound carries to the corner on the near side. Musa drops it back, it comes out to the point. Emmons has to backpedal to neutral to control it. Now fires it back in as the Stars have it in their own zone, cleared out into the neutralized area. Fired down to the Rough Rider bench, or Rough Rider into the rink, I should say. Emmons has it in the corner as they tie it up there with 20 seconds to go. Back in behind around to the right-hand side. Picked up by Davis. Davis gets it ahead. Musa behind everybody, moving in, and shot saved by Prowse. Cleared back in behind the net as the Stars turn and content to let the clock run out, I think, as they cleared ahead of the Rider line. Broken up there, and that's it. As the Rough Riders win it. Final score is the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders 5 and the Lincoln Stars 3. Riders win their 4th game of the year. They go to 9 points on the campaign. Lincoln drops to 0-5 to start the year. Good game for the Rough Riders pretty much all the way around tonight as the Riders win their 5th game of the year. But the only thing that didn't go quite right is that we were outshot tonight, but considering we had more goals, I'll take being outshot. That's all right. Rough Riders saluting the fans as they head down toward their locker room. Let's get to the scoring recap in this one, shall we? Got going 43 seconds into the contest when the Rough Riders' Ruben Westerling got his 3rd of the year to make it 1-0. Connor Davis would get his 2nd at the 4:08 mark of the period to make it a 2-0 game. John Hirschfield cut it to 2-1 after 1 with his 1st of the year at 7:10. Then in the second period at 14:02, lefty Markinitis gets his 2nd to make this a 2-2 game. Jason Musa got it to 3-2 with a goal at the 17:47 mark of the 2nd period. So the Rough Riders led it 3-2 heading into the 3rd. And they got the goal scoring started 2:19 in with Nick Romeo. Face-off will be to the stick side. As is controlled by the Riders. Quick shot, goal! Nick Romeo made it a 4-3 game. That one would actually prove to be the game winner, as it went to 4-2 at that point, I should say. Lincoln would cut it to 4-3 at the 6:12 mark of the period. Carson knocks it down by, that's Carson Young, of course. Knocks it down, picked up Pedersen. Slides it off to the left-hand side, back out in front, shot, goal, Pelletier. Pelletier gets his 3rd of the year to cut it to 4-3. And the Rough Riders would come back one more time, though, and get the last goal to make it 5-3. That at the 15-13 mark of the period. Off to the right-hand side for Scuderi. Gets it ahead for Young. Cutting in, taking it back into the corner. On the left-hand side. Back out front. Shot to goal! It'll be Jackson Fox. Fox getting his 1st from Scuderi to make it 5-3. The final score in tonight's contest. Shots on goal in the game. Lincoln had 31 shots on goal. The Rough Riders had 26. Both teams took 6 penalties for 12 minutes. Lincoln 0 for 3 on the power play. The Rough Riders 1 for 3 on the power play. The 1 power play tally, the game winner from Nick Romeo. All right, one last check down the out-of-town scoreboard. Dubuque beating Omaha tonight 9-1. Madison beat Waterloo 3-1. It was Green Bay in overtime beating the U.S. national team by a score of 2-1.